welcome to Turnabout Breakdown. We're 10 minutes in and we haven't mentioned any gay lawyers this entire time.
We've already mentioned one very specific person, to be honest.
Who could be a lawyer?
Is this it? Are we going with this one?
Probably not. Probably not leaving any of that in. But that's just now. It's just.
You don't think that's good material?
This isn't the content that the audience wanted. Yeah.
All 10 minutes of us mumbling about bullshit.
All right. Well, it sounds like Devon wants to kick us off today.
Well, okay.
You did
sure.
volunteer.
Do I have to do this a third time?
I mean, you've done it twice.
Intro?
Third time's the charm, buddy. You got this.
Okay.
Life is but a collection of fleeting moments, and you gotta catch them all, or whatever the fuck.
I got it. Welcome to Turnabout Breakdown, a podcast where we play the Ace Attorney games. Two of us for the manyth time, and two of us for the first time, and we talk about what happens. My name is Devon, otherwise known as Algae Dust. You cannot find the current me online. You can only find a vestige of my former self. So if you wish to go and see who I was a year ago, feel free to check me out on Instagram. Gonna pass to Jay.
Hi, my name's Jay. You can find me on the internet at JM Costello. You can find the current me. Mostly I've been tweeting about the video game Pokemon Legends ZA, a game that I didn't think was very good, but that compelled me to tweet about it so many times. I finished that now, but I'm sure I'll be tweeting about some other bullshit when this comes out. I will pass over to Ro.
Hi, I'm Ro. I think I've forgotten what the internet is.
Oh my god, I wish that was
that's
me.
beautiful.
No, it's like still there and it still has a hold on me. I just don't remember what it is. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. I know it does a lot of important stuff, but it also does a lot of sinister and malicious stuff too. And that's the kind of thing I want no part in. So for that fact, the version of me that exists online is naught but a frail corpse. What's my recommendation for this week?
Well, my recommendation is that Hera gets to speak.
Do we make recommendations when we introduce ourselves?
No, I don't think so.
We've
we
changed
afterwards?
things around for no reason, but it is true that usually we all introduce ourselves first, especially given that three of us have done that.
Look, I'm like split off into 5 different parallel universes right now.
Cool.
It's
and
not
in all
cool,
5
Jay.
of them, it's Hera's turn to speak.
It's not cool.
They should make a detective game about that.
No, do your thing.
You don't want me to riff?
No.
Okay.
Do your fucking thing.
Give me a chance. My name is Hera. You can find me online at Hera Chimera.
Thanks, Hera.
Beautiful.
Do you want a riff?
I'm not feeling it anymore.
I'm sorry. Do you want to give a recommendation?
Yeah. My recommendation is that you should buy an indie game.
Ooh.
If you can afford it, it's going to be like 15 to like $30. You should just buy an indie game. And you don't really have to play it, but you should probably if you paid for it. Because we are currently recording this at the beginning of November. It is the craziest month of the year for like video game releases. I am completely swamped. And a lot of these games just aren't going to be seen by a lot of people because everyone's going to be buying different games. So if you see a game that you like and you want to buy it, even if you're thinking about buying it, you should buy it and enjoy it.
Oh,
So true.
And that's
I needed
it.
that, Hera. Thank you.
I don't have any recommendations for you. You're going to have to do the work, I'm afraid. I am not playing an indie game right now. I'm playing a game that takes 100 hours to beat, and I don't particularly think I should recommend it.
You could play like 30 indie games in that time, probably.
Probably.
On
I
average.
can recommend an indie game. Here, look. I played Blueprints earlier this year, and I went crazy over it. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast.
You could not play. In fact, I believe that the unnamed game that Hera's playing right now will take her less time than she spent in Blueprints.
I don't know, it's going to be close, I think.
Thing you recommended on the podcast.
Was it actually?
I think so. I know we've definitely mentioned it before.
Well, because I was thinking about the other... I've only given 3 games 5 stars that came out this year on my backlogged.com account. And I have definitely spoken about the other two. I don't know, let me just list off a bunch that I personally have picked up in like the last month. I've picked up Blippo Plus, which we've spoken about. I picked up Consume Me, which I haven't played yet, but I've heard is very good. I picked up Metro Gravity, which is cool.
That's okay. Next.
They're not all winners, okay? They might be a winner for you. I don't know. Check it out. I picked up Battlesuit Aces, which I've played a little bit of, and it seems pretty cool so far. I picked up... God, there was another one. Does anyone else know this?
I'm not actively looking at your Steam library, no, Hera.
You saying I've not spoken about this? I definitely have.
I mean, you probably have, but I also don't remember every video game you've spoken about recently.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Oh,
I don't remember everything. Leave me alone.
I picked up Motion Wreck, which is like a cool 2D puzzle platformer. I picked up The Seance of Blake Manor, which is like a detective game based in Ireland, I believe, which people are talking about a lot. There's hundreds. If I look at Steam just introduced this cool feature called the personal calendar. I'm getting way in the weeds on this right now, but
Hell yeah.
they just introduced. If you go to your Steam page, look, you can find indie games on consoles as well. I don't have consoles, so you're on Switch is good. 1000X Resist just came out on PlayStation and Xbox. That's a great game.
Yeah.
My Steam calendar shows me games that came out in the last month. You can set it to your wish listed games. There's a lot. You can't keep up. You can't do it. It's scary out there. A lot of people are putting out great games, and I can't play them all because I'm playing long ass RPG and the video game Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Oops. Am I the problem?
No.
Only partly.
Anyway, you should probably cut some of this out, but
Never.
buy an indie game. I've changed my mind. I'm getting back on my soapbox. You can buy a AAA game for $70, and they will not notice. You can buy an indie game for $25, and that will be huge for the people who made that game.
that's so nice.
That's my pitch.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone else have a recommendation?
I went on a journey thinking about what to recommend this week, which was, I can go one of two ways. I saw a fork in the road ahead of me. Do I give, life advice, which is my actual impulse all the time? And then I was like, well, I don't know, this is maybe not the stage for that. And then the other part of me was like, what the fuck have I been reading that I can actually recommend? I've been reading some heavy books, which I would not necessarily recommend to most people. Interesting, but not... Anyway. And then I eventually was like, well, I can recommend a cookbook rather than give life advice, so that's probably good. So it's called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, and it basically looks at those 4 major things as like principles of cooking. And if you're someone who's like, you follow a bunch of recipes and you're like, but when does it become easier to just like roll with it and like just make stuff up and still feel like I'm making really banging food? You gotta learn some principles of cooking. And this book does it. It's got loads of nice illustrations. And then I found out that 2/3 of it is recipes. So, I don't know, I've just been on a real fucking journey with this book where I was like, I don't know if I can read like 500 pages of just cooking principles, but it is actually really accessible, and again, cute illustrations. Am I still going to give the life advice? Maybe yeah. I'm just feeling it. Anyway, the life advice, which I think everyone in this group will have heard from me or been done by me before, which is like, whenever you think about your friends and you think, man, I love my friends, you should just tell them.
Very
And that
important
is my life advice. It's so nice all the time. Just do it. Whenever. Any time of day. It's a nice thing to do.
Every time.
And that's it. I've purged everything I needed to from my body and mind in terms of recommendations. Oh. I don't know why I got so in my head about it this week.
Do you feel a
Kinda
weight off your
stressful.
chest, Devon?
I don't know how I feel right now. I feel strange and giddy, but that's not unheard of during an investigations playthrough. So, who would like to also recommend it? Oh my god, I'm gonna stop.
Who would
Where
like to
you
do
should
the
go
thing?
next.
I don't know what to recommend.
Oh. What
You
have you
don't have
been...
to recommend anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You can have one of Devon's.
Yeah, which one do you want?
No, those are Devon's.
I love to share.
Have you had any good food recently?
I don't really remember.
What would you like to have right now? Like, what is something that you would like to have in your life that you don't have enough of?
I don't know if I can answer that.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. All right.
I have really enjoyed this thing that Hera was the pioneer on this. And I have loved every single week hearing my friends recommend something and hearing my friends talk about things that they like. Here is the problem. This began as a replacement for us not having things to plug of our own. I am re-entering an era of my life in which I have things of my own to plug.
Oh yeah.
I recently released an article about the video game Unfair Flips, specifically the speedrunning community. I think it's a good article. However, I, more than that, feel like it is the shifting of momentum. And in the coming weeks, there will be many things that I have to recommend, which are my own work.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's going to be so normal about it.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be normal. I'm excited as hell.
Yeah.
That.
Woo.
Thank you. We should continue to recommend things. I can also recommend... I played an indie game recently called This Game Will End in 205 Clicks, which I believe is free. And it takes, like, a very short amount of time to play. It takes 205 clicks. So I can recommend that. I can recommend having a friend like Devon who will tell you that they love you at random intervals. And will sort of cause a cascading effect in which this becomes like the vibe. And you know what? Pretty good. I can recommend it. And I can also recommend, just deciding that you don't want to do it sometimes. Sometimes there's something you don't want to do. Don't fucking do it. This is why I respect that Ro didn't fucking do it this week. Hell yeah.
I just couldn't think of anything.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have anything.
You don't have to.
Sometimes you don't want to do the thing. Hit the bricks.
It's not that I didn't want to do it, I just couldn't think of anything.
Well, you don't
That's
have
okay. Oh yeah.
What were you gonna say,
Well, I
Dan?
was gonna say it was just kind of like not moving on from that, but just the thing about just love and goodness and being a fucking bundle of sunshine. Like whenever I think about like people actually listening to this podcast, that isn't us, and I'm just like, oh, that's so fucking nice. Like if you've made it this far, dear listener, like know that I love you too, and I'm sending all the joy to you, and I hope that you have a nice day today. And if it's not a great day for circumstances out of your control, I hope you get through it all right. And I'm giving you a hug if you're comfortable with that. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, is it fucked up or is this the best case of Ace Attorney that we've ever played?
Honest to fucking God.
Is that fucked up?
I think it's fucked up. In Ace Attorney Investigations 2, the video game that only came out in the West last year,
I think
Yeah.
it's fucked up in like a new and exciting way because it recontextualizes a lot of stuff.
sure fucking does.
Oh yeah, it sure does. This fucking Jesus.
I think the best way something can be good is by having a cascading effect that make previous things it is related to better.
Oh man, my fucking summary for this case is as long as like any of the final cases of the original trilogy.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
also-
long.
For a peek behind the curtain, I was like, okay, we're gonna play the next case in this game, and then I started playing it, and I was like, we have to split this in two, holy shit. A lot happens in this case,
So
and I'm
much
excited
stuff.
for Devon to summarize it at length.
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna apologize for my summary before I read it out. I've already done that so many times. We'll get into it. It's fine.
Hell yeah.
Also, a disclaimer before I read this summary out. I am through gritted teeth calling a character in this case Eustace Winner. Know that I'm not happy about this. Okay? Okay.
We'll get to it.
This case sees us investigate the murder of Bronco Knight, who we previously arrested for the murder of Bastian Rook. Despite being held in the detention centre, Knight's body is found in the prison that is next to the detention centre. We find ourselves trying to answer the question of how his body ended up in the prison, moving from one locked room to another. During the investigation, we meet Eddie Fender. For fuck's sake.
Not
I
yet.
had a mouthful of water and I so nearly spat it out.
That's the first time I've said his name out loud. During the investigation, we meet Eddie Fender, defence attorney at Edgeworth & Co. law officers, who worked alongside Gregory Edgeworth, Miles's father. Shortly afterwards, we also meet prosecutor Eustace Winner and Judge Verity Gavelle. Gavelle tells us that we no longer have the right to investigate as we are being scrutinised by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. They feel our decision to board the president's plane in the previous case was beyond the remit of our job, and therefore this case is being handed over to Winner, despite his lack of experience. The next day, we learn that a suspect has been found, Simeon Saint, who is going to be defended by Eddie Fender. Thankfully, defence attorneys can just do whatever they want, and we become Eddie's assistant to continue our investigation. We meet Fifi Lagarde, warden of the prison, responsible for the animal therapy program in place. We also get eyewitness testimony from Frank Sawyer, who discovered the body. He saw a large black dog with the body. This dog, Helmet, belongs to the assassin Bodhidharma Canis, who is currently held in a separate solitary cell. So off we go to speak to him. Interviewing Canis reveals that Knight was being charged with the attempted assassination of the president, revealing a cover-up plot of what really happened. Edgeworth realises that this is why he was taken off the case. Following on from this, and with an investigation of Knight's cell, we also learn that Canis and Knight were playing correspondence chess. And we also get security footage of a moment in the night when Knight was attacked by a black shape. We realise he was killed in his cell, not in the prison. Also, one guard's keys and uniform have gone missing. Winner and Gavelle show up and argue with us, and we learn that there were no weapons found anywhere in the building, and also that there's no way to smuggle a weapon in or out, as there are metal detecting gates at the entrance. We posit that the murder was done by Helmet. Gavelle contradicts us, saying that there's no way for Helmet to have gone to the detention centre. She also reveals that Simeon Saint works for the Very Big Circus and was in the prison on the day of the crime as part of an animal show that was taking place. Edgeworth and Fender ponder why Saint wasn't honest about his occupation, and we end this section of the case with that question on our minds.
Hell yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, that was the hardest. I think that was the hardest summary I've ever had to write. Like, so much happens that feels really
You're
pertinent.
so brave. You're so
Thank
brave
you,
and
I
strong.
really
well done.
was.
You were. You did great. Well done.
Yay. Thank you, everyone.
I want to point out something that really never occurred to me, but I find it interesting that in a society that allows prisoners to have like therapy animals as regular companions, which is like a relatively progressive stance to take in terms of like prisoner and animal welfare, that they also still have like elephants performing tricks at the circus.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that, but it is kind of odd. And they're doing both of these in the same building.
And many other such things.
Also, wait a minute. Also, wait a second. They did bring a circus to a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this normal? Does this happen? Have I been not heard about this before?
I mean, it certainly doesn't usually happen at the prison where you immediately kill people.
Well, this is the thing. Now we've got to talk about the fact that there is a character here who we accused of murder and was sentenced for murder in Ace Attorney, the very first case of the very first game, who's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
When we have had characters that we have prosecuted more recently that have been killed.
But he's a model citizen, so...
He's reformed.
There have been people who have gone to prison for not murder in this series.
Yeah, but he wasn't one of them.
He wasn't one of them. This is what I'm saying, is that they could have used one of those.
Yeah, but I think it had to be like a jobber, you know? It couldn't be someone with a massive amount of significance.
I have a very specific thing that I want to talk about with him, but we should get there when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Let's start with...
I have a hot take
Please.
Oh, okay.
about this case.
Hmm.
I think the women should have been older.
Oh, well, yeah, real.
Yeah.
Of all the games and everything.
To be
The hot
honest,
take of
I think
Ace
this is the
Attorney
case
all
of
the time.
like every character in these games. Not even just
Yeah.
the women. I think it's weird that there isn't like a single character who's 30. or
Ace
older.
Attorney thinks you die when you turn 30.
Well, okay, so first of all, Detective Gumshoe is 31 years old.
Ah, shit. She got me there.
Ace Attorney thinks that you die when you turn 30 if you're a woman and 40 if you're a man.
Well, okay, the prison warden is 34 years old.
Ah,
Okay.
dang.
That's better.
And the
Which is still
other woman in this
kind of
case,
odd
spoilers, there's
because
only
she,
two women. The other woman
she
is
does
26.
look like she should probably be in her like late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what she's
Yeah.
saying. You have to listen.
And then I also think this about the other woman in this case.
Yeah. But we will get to her, and we are going to have a lot to say about her. And honestly, I have a lot to say about everything. Jay was right. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a
All
lot
right.
to talk about in this
Do we
game.
want to cover the opening cutscene, or does anyone have any broad takes?
That's a
Spooky.
dog. That's the only thing I remember.
Yes.
It's a goggy.
So it
Dog.
opens on this like stone like prison environment. It looks like a medieval dungeon.
It doesn't even look like a medieval dungeon. It looks like a villain's lair inside of a active volcano.
Yeah,
That's the same thing.
there's like a failing overhead light, and there's a weird green bell. It's like a ghost bell.
Yeah, it's for summoning ghosts.
And then we see a pool of blood on the ground, like opening up. I don't remember do you see night specifically in this cutscene?
Yes.
Well, my first note is, hey, we know that guy, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my first note is, oh fuck, Knight died.
And then we see inside of the corridor there's a big figure that appears, and it's the figure of a dog which has blood in its mouth.
Aw.
Spooky.
Oh no, the dog's bleeding.
From its mouth. It must have eaten something sharp.
I think this dog
Oh.
has got him.
Got him what? Like a present?
No, it got him.
No.
He got got by a big dog.
Not my doggy. Surely not my doggy.
Kind of fucked up. Kind of the most fucked up way of killing someone in this whole series so far, I think.
Really? Getting killed by a dog?
I think it's pretty fucked up. It's kind of gruesome.
I think
In
you
my
could get killed by a dog in real life without it being a dastardly plot.
Oh, I
Now-
just think it's gross. I don't think it's dastardly.
That's if he got killed by a big dog.
Now,
That
who
is
here?
also true.
Show of hands. Who here thinks he actually did get killed by the big dog?
The trick
see?
of the audio medium is that you can't tell whether Devin and I have our hands up.
Yeah, but nobody. Here's the thing: nobody raised their hands because you can't see any hands being raised. So the answer is no
Oh.
one.
If a hand gets
Oh.
raised in the forest and there's no one around to see it, did it actually happen?
Mm.
Yeah.
Answer's no.
According to Ro, the answer's no, so...
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the detention center.
Yay!
We're here waiting for someone. I wonder who it could be who we're waiting for.
In the, I believe, first episode of Ace Attorney Investigations, I believe it was Hera said, I'm really interested to see what kind of spaces we get to explore as Edgeworth now that we're in a 3D video game. And I immediately was like, no, this is going to be an interesting game where we get to talk about that. We
This
are
is such a
in
fun space.
the detention center.
This is
We're in
great.
the
This is
detention
such a good
center.
start.
The guard is there, the famous guard.
The famous security camera is there. The famous
sure I
tiny little slit window. It's so sad that you don't get to talk to the guard, and they make a joke about how perfectly still he is. It's really good. It immediately feels better than, like, I don't know why it feels better, but it just felt better to me than being in the courthouse in the previous game. Because something about being in the courthouse in the previous game is, like, when you actually go into the court, nothing really ever happens there except for, like, the climax of that case, I think. There's, like, a debate that happens in there. I can't fully remember the details. But it felt more like visiting a museum, you know?
Yeah.
You're actively participating in the same process that you would be in the original games in this, because you're waiting to interview someone who is going to be put on trial. Feels less dissonant. It doesn't feel like it's just set dressing in this.
Yeah, totally. And I think a lot of that is like you go into the courthouse in the last game and you kind of know that you're sort of set up as if you were in court in a trial with like the defense attorney on one side and you're on the other, but like you know that you're not actually in court, and it's like, why, like this
It's
is
the
just...
past, and you're not old enough to be
Yeah.
a lawyer, Miles Edgeworth. You're literally
So
12 years
true.
young.
And this is not Ace Attorney. This is Ace Attorney Investigations. We don't do court here.
But we
But
do
we
investigate.
kind of are doing court here because the process is the same. So then this is just silly.
Spending another episode of this podcast ragging on the game that we just finished.
How old was he in that case?
21?
I was going to say 21 as well.
Pretty old by Child Wonder standards.
Yeah, because Franziska was... How old was Franziska in that case? I want to say she was like 13.
Yeah, I think she
That
was.
makes sense, because she's 18 in...
Yeah, she's 18 when you first meet her in Ace Attorney Originals.
Hmm.
And she is 5 years younger than Edgeworth. Maybe Edgeworth was 20? Because wasn't Edgeworth 24 when you first met? Ah, whatever. This is...
Well, I'm curious because we're going to be a young prosecutor. That's
yeah.
why I'm asking.
There have been some very young prosecutors.
Yeah, Edgeworth was practically geriatric.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's gonna retire at the end of this game.
He's already getting mistaken for very old people.
Oh, I have so much to say about that as well.
All right,
Oh,
let's get to it. We're in the
Yeah.
detention center. There's a cry. Someone runs in and it's like, Knight is dead.
Whoops.
Oh,
That's not
Night is
right.
day.
that's the guy that we're gonna prosecute in court. Are we ever gonna go to court?
No.
Oh, God. I just want to get criminals locked up.
In
I am
in
joking.
the, in the in
Internet.
the prison
Don't
that's
put me
a 2-minute walk away from the detention center.
Don't. With a giant safe door
Yeah.
dividing the two. Like, what?
Where our special treasures go.
So Knight's so dead, and we go through the big scary door, which is just like a big old safe door, and oh, my cat is upset. And do we go straight to the workshop?
We do. There is one thing I want to mention, which can happen probably at any point, but in the playthrough I was watching happened right at the beginning, where Edgeworth shows his badge to Kay, and Kay says...
This dialogue is in the first case as well.
Okay. Did we talk about it specifically?
We talked about it. I didn't have the exact quote, but I'm sure you have it. I also have it. I took a screenshot this time.
Okay. Yeah, Kay says, that's a cool badge, very severe. Edgeworth says, as it should be. After all, it symbolizes both the sanctity and the strictness of the law. Kay, yeah, well, my badge symbolizes love, justice, peace, courage, duty, and compassion. And Edgeworth thinks, and what about your beloved truth? Hey, Edgeworth! What did you say your badge stood for again? Much to think about. Especially as we get into some of the other stuff that happens in this case.
Unity, duty, destiny.
Alright, that's what I wanted to say. That's set up. We'll get to the punchline later.
Woo!
All right.
Hey, there's a workshop here, and there's a dead guy in it, and we know that guy.
There's a lot of
Oh.
contraptions in this room.
Yeah, this is a
things.
strange room. I don't like this room.
What's strange about it?
What's wrong?
Well, like, immediately in this room, you've got, like, what did I say? It said it looks like this was a room that they sent the prisoners to get them to design Looney Tunes traps to capture other prisoners.
So true.
There's, like, a big crane pulley and a cage and some, like, operating tables for dogs and also a place to chain up and leash a dog with, like, a tiny patch of lawn for the dog to do indoor peeing on, I guess?
There's a big sink for animals.
A big old sink.
And there is also tarps.
Colourful tarps.
Colourful
But we
tarps.
know we know about the dog. This is where the dog lives.
Oh, is it? Is it?
That's what I assumed.
Could be.
I saw all this stuff and I was like, oh, he lives here.
But does he?
Well, if he doesn't, then a lot of the stuff here seems somewhat out of place, I think. I mean, if anything, the stuff here that is the most out of place is the crane and the tarps and the rope, but I think they might be there for a different reason.
What do you think they're doing with the crane and the tops and the rope?
I believe they are... This is a little gift from our friend Chekhov.
We love Chekhov's fun gifts
Such
to
a
us.
generous man.
And this time he wrapped the gift too.
Oh.
Oh, the body in here. Yeah, that's there too.
Oh, fuck
Oh yeah, there's a dead guy.
There's a really good joke in this where Edgeworth says to the like police officer who's standing guard, like, "Did you see anything unusual when you came in here?" And he was like, yeah, there's a body."
Yeah, kind of fucking weird.
Also, Gumshoe just thinks that Knight could have just wandered over from the detention center. The police officer thinks that you can just wander between detention centers and prisons, and there's no locked doors in between.
I mean, he's
The
not a
huge
prison
safe door
guard.
that we just went through to get in here.
This is not Gumshoe's finest moment. He says so much stupid shit during this whole investigation. Like, last case, I feel like he was a bit more competent, and they were like, "Nah, we're over that."
Yeah.
We investigate, and we find, and I've made note of this, so be proud of me. We find a chess set, although just like it's like a box that unfolds to make the kind of grid. I don't think there's any pieces. Are there pieces in there?
There is pieces in it.
There are pieces in there.
Oh yeah.
It has a very visible like clasp on it, and I immediately said, "Oh, we can probably investigate this with the power of Nintendo DS."
Woohoo!
Which you can do. I believe you are forced to much later on, so I don't know if we want to cover it here.
We can if you want. I didn't do this until we were forced to, though.
I'll be patient.
We also find a singular pink glove, which has got blood and mud on it, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a
some
blood side
rope.
and a mud side.
We find the body. We find a fucking body. We find the colourful tarps, and we also realise that the tarp on the body is from this room, which felt very unnecessary, but there we go.
Whose body is it, Devin?
Oh, it's Knight's body. Knight's here. He's dead.
Oh, and he's asleep. Night, night.
He's sleepy night. night. He has been stabbed in the neck. Has some kind of neck injury.
Weird place to do it.
Well, here's the thing, Hera, that hasn't been resolved, and we haven't gotten any inkling as to where this might have come from, but they do make distinctive mention of it at this point, is that he also has a cut on his forehead. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't come up at all this as far as we've gotten into the investigation.
Probably
But
doesn't
I
mean
have a
anything.
feeling it's gonna be that's what killed him. That tiny little cut.
All right.
So we do our investigating for a bit. There's some back and forth between Kay and Edgeworth and Gumshoe and da-da-da. And then we meet a new character.
Oh wait, there's one line I want to pull up very quickly
Go for
before we
it.
get to this. I believe, I don't exactly remember when this is said, it might be just after you finished investigating, but Gumshoe says, "You bet you, we're unstoppable, a regular 3 musketeers." Interesting.
The three-legged musketeer.
The 3-legged musketeer. Yeah, I just wanted to make note of that.
And then who up here?
I can't say his name again. I've done it too many times already.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Fender.
Now, I specifically in this conversation did a lot of comparison between the fan translation and the new localization, and I have much to say. But I would also like to use this opportunity to introduce a new bit that I'm doing where I talk about whether the names are better or worse in the voice version.
Oh.
I'm also always here for this bit.
Now look, Devon and I are extremely biased. However, in this case specifically, I would like to say that Eddie Fender is a direct downgrade from Raymond Shields, which was his original, not his original name, his unofficial name. Original in my heart. Because there are certain characters who should be a little bit less goofy, and we'll get to why. He seems to be a pretty standout character so far. And Raymond Shields is a very symbolic name. Not only is it about being a defense attorney, he is a shield, but it is also a direct conflict with Edgeworth being a sword-based name. And he is a direct barrier in this case. Raymond Shields, better than Eddie Fender. I have an opinion on every single name in this case, of which there are many. A lot of characters are introduced. But this is the one that I feel strongest about on a logical level. Is there one I feel strong about on an emotional level? We will get to this.
I think I definitely agree
I
with this take.
150 million% concur. Also, yeah.
I like the name Eddie Fender, but it doesn't feel like it has any like meaning beyond that. I don't even know what it's really in reference to, specifically in relating to his character, because
He's a defender.
like, yeah, but that's kind of like
That's it.
it, you know?
You get nothing. You get nothing. You get nothing from it.
Yeah, it's kind of one note for a character that does not seem like he has one note.
He's definitely not. But like, I don't really have a problem with Eddie Fender, but Raymond Shields is definitely the better of the two in my book.
Yeah, I totally agree.
How do you like his theme?
Yeah.
His theme has a sax solo in it that goes fucking crazy.
Kara, what was your initial thoughts on Edward Fender?
I thought he was the bad guy.
I also thought he was the bad guy.
He is very confrontational, and also he seems kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of skeevy.
Definitely.
And I admit I was wrong about this. He is kind of skeevy, but in a different way.
in a good way. Like
Well,
in a not in like a morally
in an
good way,
inappropriate
but
touching
just
of
in
women
like
way.
yeah. Like in a he feels like a well-written and well-rounded character kind of way.
Yeah.
I did write later on. I wrote Fender kind of gives shitty youth counselor vibes.
I think that's
I
apt.
really enjoyed that.
I will say, like, I think that if he wasn't specifically, like, he is misogynistically skeevy, and I feel like if he wasn't, it would, I would like it more. That's a very
That is
simple
fair.
way of putting it.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
has this like affect where he has clearly lived in Europe at some point. Europe, unclear where he.
They specifically say that, I believe. Edward's like, wow, he must have been to Europe. Or he
Yeah, 'cause
spent
he
too much
says, like,
time
one
in
word in
Europe or
French,
some shit like that.
And he says one word in Spanish, and then he says one word in German, and it's like, woo! He's been
Yeah.
all over the place.
I believe he gives words in Italian, German, Spanish, and French.
Man of
Also, I believe
the world.
the line in his bio is just that he's lived abroad.
Anyway, the point
Well.
being, in Europe they love to hug people, and he is constantly asking people to hug him. And
Yeah.
and
Ugh.
I think that it could have been fine, but like when, for example, I think when the first time it comes up is that he's like, "Okay, give me a hug," and she's like, "No," and he's like, "Are you sure?" type thing, and it's like, okay, well, you could, if it was once, it wouldn't have been the end of the world.
He
Yeah.
does only ask women.
I think he asked Eustace once.
Oh, does he?
He asks. Let me double check. Hang on. I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
could've
sure he
sworn
asked
he
a man
did.
at one point, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, at least it's everyone.
And I think he mentions asking Saint as well.
Maybe it was then that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's gonna hug him through the glass, but that's fine.
Okay. All right, I take it back.
Well, I have one thing to say about this, which I think very interesting in terms of what we were talking about with, is the writing in this game better because it was localized in 2024? Like I said, I spent a lot of time with the fan translation, especially around Eddie, because I think this first conversation that they have is really interesting. We should get into that specifically. But later on, Eddie is talking, or like Eddie and Edgeworth and everybody are talking to a prisoner, and the prisoner says, "There's a guy in here, he's a fixer, he can get whatever you want." And in the fan translation, or in the updated version, the one that came out in 2024, the official one, he says something like, "Oh, could he get me?" And then Edgeworth interrupts him. In the fan localization, which I assume is a more faithful localization of the original Japanese, which came out in 2009, he says, "Could he get me a cute girl?" And I
Yeah.
thought that was very interesting because it kind of does show that there are some changes being made to update it slightly, I feel like. Having said that,
Yeah.
most of the other parts of the localization that the differences that I looked at were really very similar. And I feel like a lot of this is just good writing has been done in 2009. There are a few little things in this conversation that I want to pick up, specifically the differences, but we should get into like how him and Edgeworth interact because there is a lot to talk about there.
Is it right away that we get into the mistake, quote unquote mistake?
Quote unquote
I think
mistake.
so,
That's
yeah.
the feeling that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves air quotes.
He does love air quotes. Oh, by the way, the fan the fan localization doesn't like address the fact that he's using air quotes in his sprite at all, which I think is
I
kind of
see.
funny.
He sees Edgeworth and he says, "Wow, Manfred von Karma, you look great."
Jesus fucking Christ.
Which is, it's kind of played off as a mistake, but it kind of seems intentional.
Can't be. It cannot be a mistake. Like, it's on no planet.
Once Edgeworth is like, they get around to it, he says, Eddie later says that Bronco has been talking to him about how, like, Edgeworth was the guy who was on the case. So there's no way he thought this was Von Karma. And also, like, Eddie knows full well how old Von Karma is and must have met him. So, like, it's not, I refuse to believe it's a mistake. Also, he knows Von Karma's dead. Like, there's no way you wouldn't know with how, like, obsessed he is with Gregory Edgeworth, which we'll get into. There's no way he doesn't know about, like, everything that happened in Deal 6.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. He's just being very mean.
He is
to
being really mean, and it's so interesting.
So fucking mean. He's so fucking mean to Edgeworth. Like, just downright fucking rude as shit, but, like, in this really kind of, like, it's overtly rude, but it's also not, like, he's not, it's really playing on the things which would, like, devastate Edgeworth
It's
the
so
most.
targeted.
Like, what the fuck, man? He's so intense.
Justified.
I can't remember exactly what Fender says, but, like, he brings up, like, Edgeworth following Von Karma's methods. Two things come from that, which is, one, like, Edgeworth acknowledges that he was a kind of a piece of shit for doing that and behaving in that way, which, again, in the previous game where we didn't even acknowledge anything, that whenever anyone brought up Von Karma, Edgeworth literally said nothing. Now not only is, like, Edgeworth, like, acknowledging that they've brought him up, but also being like, yeah, that was bad. And then secondly, which is, like, how old was Edgeworth in DL6? Like, 7 years old? And then he was, like, adopted and essentially, like, had his, like, entire world kind of dominated by Von Karma's, like, outlook on things. And Eddie's just there, like, sorry, like, person who was 7 and then essentially just, like, I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't... I'm not saying that Edgeworth didn't do some fucking dodgy stuff, but also, like, if I was adopted by an absolute tyrant at the age of 7, I'd probably come out with some fucked up worldviews as well, you know? It's like...
Yeah, but
and I'm
devil's
not sure
advocate, if I was, like, a young guy whose mentor had been killed, and then I saw someone, like... I don't know, I think that Eddie has, like, reason to be shitty about this, you know? Like, not necessarily justifiably, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, I understand the feeling behind it.
I think, like, I remember very little about this game, so there's a lot for me that I'm not certain of, Eddie being one of them. And, like, I do really enjoy his writing, even though he is, like, again, ignoring the misogyny, I think there's something about him being so abrasive so quickly and so targeted, and it's so personal. I feel like in the last game, there was a kind of fear of making confrontational characters, and they only really became confrontational when it was, like, backed into a corner, kind of, I'm the bad guy thing. And you know, even in maybe the original trilogy, there was some of that. Not all, but, like, I don't know. I think there's something really, like, mature about the writing of Eddie, where I'm like, I don't really know where I land with him yet. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's huge ways in which he's a piece of shit, but, like, am I rooting for this guy? You know, like, where am I at with him? Do I like him as a character? I don't know the answer to that question yet, and that's really fun. Like, and I do think I felt this when I first played this game, you know, as a wee nipper back in the day. Like, I felt very confused because he doesn't fall into, like, a really clear kind of anime stereotype of a character. And it's so refreshing to be confused and not sure and be like, I can't wait to see where this character goes, and know that this character, like, presumably is going to have some kind of arc that we get to see unfold.
I think there is something to be said for a character that is, like, kind of a piece of shit, but still has the, like, understanding and confidence to see someone like Edgeworth and the kind of things that he's done and the kind of person that raised him and be like, yeah, I am kind of a piece of shit, but you're, like, genuinely a horrible person. I think that's why, for the most part, like, his relationship to Von Karma is why I thought that initially he was going to be the villain, because I thought they were going to sort of do Similar to Callisto U in the last game, I thought they were going to do another whole, the defense attorney being the villain, and then just like using this game as an opportunity to take that and do it better. But it's also a justifiable, well, not like justifiable, but it makes sense for that to be someone's angle for like vengeance, as seeing someone like Von Karma, who spent his entire career basically using his power to pervert the justice system, and then seeing the person who was raised by him understanding that he is ostensibly doing the exact same thing and being like, man, someone's gotta do something about that guy.
Extremely far.
Yeah, that was my initial like expectation of where he was gonna go as a character, because I thought he was gonna be the bad guy, but he's not the bad guy.
Well, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
I just love how this introduces like a direct continuation of Edgeworth from the trilogy, and it where 8 to 10 Investigations 1 was like, we forgot all that shit, we're gonna glaze Edgeworth as hard as possible and kind of occasionally allude to his past, but like basically forget about it. In this one they were like, here is a guy who is like materially involved in all of that, and he fucking hates your guts because of the bad things that you've done. And like you were saying, Devon, like, it's complicated that he does that because it is kind of like a little bit unfair, but like the fact that they bring it up so directly after like having a game where they did not do that, and also like they retcon, like even through the trilogy they like retcon stuff, and we talked about that, but like, god, it's so good. It's so like it's so fascinating, the structure of this, to me, where like this is my thesis, which I will return to many times, both in this episode and throughout the rest of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which is Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is a direct sequel to the trilogy. Ace Attorney Investigations 1 is a spin-off. And it makes no sense. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 isn't even a sequel to Ace Attorney Investigations 1, because that one goes in such a weird direction.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But I'm so excited for all the things that play into this that we will get to now and later.
It feels to me kind of like, this might be early for me to say this because I have not played the rest of this game, but like they did Investigations 1 as like a, hey, here's you see if you can do this, and then we'll let you swing big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do know what you mean.
And then they didn't release an official translation for fucking ages.
Don't! I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't believe this game came out in
So
2024.
I don't understand.
They were scared.
They were scared.
They were scared because they
were
did some
scared.
writing in it.
Yeah, and they were terrified. They will never release Mother 3.
I want to pull up another thing that Eddie says in this conversation, which I misinterpreted the first time I heard it, which is... You know what I do remember about... This is about talking about Edgeworth. He says, I remember you betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Pretty direct.
Pretty direct.
Pretty fucking intense.
And
to
I
saying
misinterpreted
that about
this.
a 7-year-old.
Yeah, because I misinterpreted this as him betraying Von Karma, but not
Oh.
betraying his father. But, you know, sometimes you've got two different sets of ideals throughout your life, and you're on your third one.
Yeah, and it's kind of... I don't know.
But
We
none
will
of these
discuss
things-
at length whether it's betraying both, I think.
It's like, oh, you betrayed your ideals? What, my ideals? Which one?
Yeah. I have a couple more notes on the fan translation version of this. Firstly, Eddie offers everybody wieners. This is a localization choice. It's a California sushi roll. In the original, I don't understand why they did that.
It's because it's a fun throwback.
I
They have
guess.
those in California, though.
So bizarre.
Like, in the original trilogy, like, you know, when you hear about them talking about that now, you hear about them being like, this was such a long time ago that there wasn't, like, people didn't know what ramen was. I don't even know if that's true, but that is the story they tell about why they made Maya obsessed with burgers instead of ramen. This game, as I have mentioned, came out in 2024. Everyone knows what sushi is.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Really weird.
I've never even heard of wieners.
I've never heard of California.
I wish I'd never
Oh,
heard of
if only,
California.
yeah.
Here is the one line that I think was genuinely way better in the fan translation. There is a
The only
moment
one.
where Eddie, well, yeah, pretty much. I think the official localization generally has a better standard. But Eddie offers you 3 choices about like some detail of the case. I don't remember the specifics, and they're all wrong. And it's a fun little joke. And in the official version, Edgeworth says, "How infantile." Pretty standard line, not very interesting. In the fan translation, he says, "I hate it when he does that," which is so loaded. It's really, really interesting. I have no idea if that's a more direct translation. I have no idea if it's actually like a little bit like less of a good, like, you know, it's like assuming some stuff that is not necessarily confirmed, so we don't really know. But I don't know. I found it so interesting.
That thing's also so bizarre, like, because it's the only time that anyone in the game breaks the fourth wall, and it's like, you're in a video game, baby. So weird. And in the first case, I think, like, right at the end, Edgeworth goes on and on for ages about, like, oh, we're in a game, and he's talking about, like, a chess game with, like, The Killer or something. But it's just, like, what's with these weird, like, why are we, you know, banging our head against the fourth wall? What's all that about?
I think it's funny that it's very obvious that all of the options he gives you are wrong. Because you literally know what the room is for, because when you go in there, it tells you that it's a prison workship.
Yeah, he should have looked down at the
You should have looked down.
the
It's pretty
green
shitty
text
at
that
breaking
pops
the
up.
fourth wall, dude.
We also find out before we leave this room that inmates have a bracelet, which looks a lot like a handcuff that gives you an electric shock if you go in a place where you aren't supposed to be.
This is the first of several absolutely fucking insane security measures that this tiny little prison has.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. You can have an animal, like a therapy animal, but also we will...
That hasn't been
electrocute you.
revealed yet. They haven't even gotten to that part yet.
We haven't even got to that part yet.
They haven't even gotten to that part yet. All we know is that these
We're
people
very
have
close.
shock bracelets that they use. I think... Well, we're about to learn a lot of very nuts things about this prison in pretty quick succession, I think. So everyone is equipped with a shock bracelet that stops them from being able to walk through a door if they're not allowed to be in that room. This is obviously not a foolproof idea.
Surely not.
Really not.
It's
I mean, you'd
both
have to make them
foolproof
pretty
and
durable.
ethical.
You'd have to make them pretty durable.
I'm sure none of them ever break.
None of them would ever. No, they're made of the strongest metals and the most powerful electricity. There's fucking animals everywhere.
There's
many
animals
animals.
everywhere.
There's so many fucking animals. You're just rolling around, being animals. Is there a tiny horse? There's a tiny horse.
There's a
There's
tiny
tiny
pony.
horse.
There's a tiny pig. There's a tiny monkey. There's a tiny cats. There's a rabbit.
Now,
All of the animals.
Bro, you did say this is quite forward-thinking for animal ethics, and I'm not sure that's true.
Okay, no, I specifically meant the idea of, like, having a therapy animal that can be a companion to a prisoner. Of, like, just the idea of someone who is incarcerated being able to have a pet is pretty forward-thinking. The thing that's not forward-thinking, obviously, is making it so that the pets literally can't leave the prison.
They say that the doors open for animals, and then later you see the guy who has a polar bear, by the way, and it's inside the bars of the cage, and there's no way that door opens because the guy's in there.
Well, he could get shot if he tries to get out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's what the electric bracelets, if I remember.
This is the nuts thing, is they say that, like, all of the doors, technically, I'm pretty sure this is how it works, is all of the doors are technically unlocked for the animals to be able to get through them. But if a prisoner tries to get through them, they'll get electrocuted.
I thought the
Ethics.
animals had microchips in them.
They do,
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got microchips that unlock the doors when they get near them. So technically, for the animals, all the doors are unlocked, which is, okay. So basically, what they've established is every prisoner has a key to open any door that they want that is their constant companion. And they thought to themselves, yes, what a genius idea for our prison.
And this
They
also
can-
is fine for animal security because, you know, if one of them gets out and then, like, chokes on something or whatever, the person is not going to be able to go and help them on account of the electroshock bracelets.
Jesus. So,
I would simply power through.
weird.
I want to see like a full on like documentary series about this very specific program and how it was approved.
It's insane. Because
Yeah, me too.
there's even a bit later where you're talking to one of the inmates and they're like, oh yeah, you can just like stick your arm, like keep your arm inside the door and have the rest of your body outside of it. Which is fucking nuts,
So
dude.
fucking weird.
What is this process? This is so much more complicated and prone to failure than just having locks on your fucking doors.
God.
And like having a cat flap or some shit. Just have a series of tubes for
Just have
Jubbles to
smaller
see
animals.
people if you need
Chipmunks
it that
only.
badly.
But what about the person who wants a horse?
What about the person who wants to bring in their own fucking dog from outside?
Yeah, the dog that has killed people.
Okay.
Allegedly.
We also need to get to
Allegedly.
the point that one of the first animal companions we interact with is a goddamn polar bear. One of the most dangerous animals in the animal kingdom.
It's a baby.
Oh, it's a baby!
I really, really love that the people who made this game just kept saying yes and the entire time. It's so joyful. It's terrible. They've created something horrific. And yet...
The thing is, right, this game had to explore prison because this is another part of my Ace Attorney Investigations 2 as a direct sequel to the trilogy. They made a carceral system that is so fucked up and then didn't really tell you much about how it works. And like, yes, this contradicts some stuff about how we know it works, but also they sat you down, they looked you dead in the eyes, and they were like, it is gonna be more fucked up than you think. And that's
They
saying something.
had to go this far. Because there was no way
They
that the
did.
prison in the Ace Attorney universe was going to look anything like a real life prison.
Yeah.
They carved the cells out of a giant mountain.
It's so weird.
It doesn't make any logical sense. What you're telling me is that the detention center is next to a giant fucking boulder that you carved a prison into.
It's
I need
so
to make this
bizarre.
explicitly clear to anyone listening to this podcast, is that this isn't like stonework. It is literally just carved out of stone. Like one solid massive piece of stone.
I mean, what if it's all just like, it's all fake?
It's,
Well, it's those famous Los Angeles
just foam.
mountains, you know? The top of the mountain that it's carved out of, we've got the temple from 3-5 or whatever. You know,
It's-
it's the famous mountains.
It's like laid out like a Dark Souls game. It's all just interconnected. No, I like Hera's idea that it's all fake and it's like a foam backdrop so they can turn it into a terrarium.
Well, it doesn't have to be fake, but like they make, like I saw a video recently about a guy making a fireplace, and it looked kind of like this.
Well, actually, yeah, like, it's easy to fake this sort of thing, because I have a fireplace in my house, and my mum painted the marbling on it, and for years I thought it was, like, real marbling on the stone, but no, my mum had just painted it, because it's a really easy thing to mimic, but it looks really good. So you can fake that sort of thing, but then the question becomes, why?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's what Hera said, right? It's a medieval dungeon. Like, it's a dungeon.
Yeah.
They're in a dungeon. They made the prison a dungeon.
I don't remember if we get the opportunity to do this yet, but we also need to talk about, like, the fact that the prisoners themselves are zoo exhibits.
Yeah.
That comes
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
because I only realized later, and I was like, oh my god, I don't think I've ever really internalized this before. And then Edgeworth does reference it 3 times, and I was like, okay, never mind.
It's, like, so fucking disgusting that it wraps back around to being so stupidly hilarious. It's like genuinely one of the most inhumane things I've ever heard of in my life.
It's crazy to dehumanize the prisoners like that, but then you add the extra layer of the like reverse zoo situation, and it becomes insane again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, do we get to meet Mr. Carcerato now?
Well, the next thing that happens is that a scary dog appears.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh. And Edgeworth tries to stare it out.
He literally has an internal line where he says, I refuse to lose to a dog. What a guy.
And he
That's
does.
really funny.
And then he does.
Yeah, he does lose.
And then we meet Mr. Polar Bear.
Mr. Polar Bear. Does the Polar Bear have a name?
Yes, Mr. Polar
Yeah,
Bear.
it's Teddy.
It's called Teddy. I do have to look this up because I was also doing the pet names comparison, but
Yeah, that's what I did not.
his name, the guy's name is Rocco Carcerato, which Sorry, I just opened the wiki because I was looking for the name of the bear, and it a fun piece of trivia. His full name might imply that Rocco is Italian or of Italian descent. Thanks very much.
Carcerato is Italian for one who is incarcerated, right?
Yeah,
And Rocco is Italian for Rocky, like from the Rocky movies.
yeah. I think this is fine. I don't really have an opinion of this. So his
It's fine. I got nothing.
I almost just said his Italian name because this fucking thing's quite annoying.
Yeah.
His fan localization name is J. Elbird, which I think is interesting because
Of the same caliber.
I think Rocco Carcerato is better, but
He is undeniably Italian.
well, it would be Carcerato then, but still. J. Elbird is more direct of a pun, and usually it goes the opposite way around with these, is that the official name is more of a pun, so I thought that was interesting. I can't find what his bear was called in the bad translation.
I have a feeling it
I
was
wish I
probably
remembered,
also
but I
called
don't.
Teddy.
I don't think they can do that legally. Oh, yes, that's why I didn't write it down, because in the fan translation, the bear is called Rocky.
I see.
Oh.
So they still got the Rocky reference in there.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna say that when I played the fan translation, I didn't like J.L. Bird as a name. It annoyed me. Just because I thought it was a bit silly. And I don't know why, out of all the names you've had in this entire series, that was the one that got me, but it was.
That's over the line. They were really pushing it when they
Albert.
named the
It's called
character
Albert.
Dead Man, but now man.
Oh, to be fair, yeah, to be fair. We meet him.
We do.
We immediately get into a mind chess battle with him.
And we have to wait. Hera, I'm so glad you make such good notes. How do
I don't know
we?
what you're talking about. I didn't make anything about this mind chess game. I was so mad about it.
Hera's note was literally that she didn't make any notes about the
And that's how we know it's not
Oh,
important.
no.
Which is good because we need to move things along if they're not important.
Yeah.
Because we have so much
So-
to talk
That's so
about.
funny.
The mind chess game basically illustrates what a tell is, and that's it. His whole thing was
That
like,
is true.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, he didn't see anything, but someone else did.
I liked that it was basically doing the chess thing from the first case, but making it about boxing instead. I thought that was cute. I liked it.
Like chess boxing.
Yeah, like choxing.
Rocco's like animations are so good.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so
such a
many of them
movement
too.
blur and like so much. Really nice.
Every time you hit him with a mind chess, he takes a punch. It's really good.
He wears the bear like a training, like a weight vest, basically.
It's
Oh yeah, we
really
didn't
good.
actually talk about like we talked about the fact that he's got a polar bear on him, but we didn't really talk about his visual design because he looks. I think he's great. I think it's really funny that his training weights are a prison ball and chain that he's strapped to either of his wrists. I just think that's good.
Yeah, he's basically wearing like boxing garb, but it's got prison stripes on it.
It's fun. And like before you get to see his face, he's wearing like the same, but it's a hoodie, like what a boxer would wear before they enter the ring.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about what Eddie looks like.
Oh yeah.
I guess we didn't.
Let's
He-
cover him while we're here. He looks kind of unassuming.
Yeah, he's kind of just like some guy, right?
He's like 36 or something. Rocco is like 30 something also, even though he looks ancient. He has a big scar on his the side of his head.
Yeah, because he's a boxer. He got it
Because
from
he's a
boxing.
boxer. Yeah, Eddie looks kind of like what you would imagine like a journalist or a detective.
He does
Might
look
look
very
like-
journalist coded, now that I'm thinking about it.
He has a pink notepad in his breast pocket. He does wear a fedora. He's wearing like a shirt and slacks, and he's got a blue tie to signal that he's one of the blue people. And yeah, that's it. He's got like quite long hair.
Just this really patronizing little clap.
I hate that clap.
smugs
I
so
love the
fucking
clap.
much.
I
I
think
hate
the
it
clap's
and
great.
I love it.
I think
If
it
someone
really
did that to
plays
me, I'd want
into
to
the
punch
youth
them, but I
counselor
love
thing.
it.
Because his whole affect
Yeah.
reminds me of like he's trying to be relatable to people, but he's like
hip with the
kind of
kids.
shotgunning relatability out, and it doesn't really work.
I didn't even consider the clapping to be patronizing. I just thought he was just being like, "Yay, you did it."
It's weird because he has like such a kind of like two very different kind of personas. One of which is like I'm being an absolute asshole to Edgeworth, and the other one which is like I'm a fun, silly guy. I'm so fun and silly. But when he does that clap, I feel like it's the exact middle ground where it's like he's trying
Yeah.
to be fun and cute, but like he is actually a patronizing piece of shit. He's great. He's growing on me as we record this.
Okay, so Caserato not unfortunately that important. His whole deal is to tell us that the guy in the cell next to him said that he heard a scream. Why he didn't hear it is unclear. Then the screen zooms out and you see a parrot in the next cell over, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna go talk to, I don't remember his name from 1-4.
Yanni Yogi.
Yanni Yogi.
I know, right?
And then the screen pans to the right and you talk to the other guy.
Yeah. I thought it was good that you can see Polly and it's just like a visual, it's a sight reference and it doesn't actually have any bearing on anything. I was like, hey, you can actually do that sort of shit.
Yeah.
It's so funny when that happened with Lotta in the last game. The absolute fear in like the notes was like, no, don't let it be.
You can't do that.
But when it's Polly, it's okay.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being unfair to Lotta in this circumstance because my assumption was like, yeah, but like the difference with her is that she is a fully fledged character, so you would expect her to be more involved in some capacity. But like technically, Polly is too because they also testified a murder.
Oh, Polly.
I also just need to point out Polly isn't actually someone's pet in the prison; they're actually in jail, being complicit in a crime.
Yeah, for lying on the stand.
Polly has her own pet.
It's a much smaller parrot.
Cute. Oh,
It's the horse.
A hummingbird.
It's the horse.
Yeah, I don't remember if there's some stuff like you talk to the guy and he's like, hey, it wasn't the scream of victim, it was a scream of I found body, right? And then he's like, I'm not going to talk shit, I should kill you. I want to kill you.
And then we get really scared.
Yeah, and then some freaks turn up.
My favourite
The
freaks.
freaks.
I don't even know where to fucking start with these two. There's so much. This is the reason that Jay made us split this into two parts, justifiably so. I genuinely don't know which part to start with. Let's start with the fact that the introduction of one of the most supervillainous looking characters I've ever seen is that she introduces herself by going up to the person that has just threatened violence upon Edgeworth and just says, by the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence, which sounds like she is chanting a fucking spell that prevents them from ever speaking again.
And now what
Yeah,
did
it
she
really
mean by
does.
that?
What she means by that is she means that that person is going to go into a maximum security ward where they are not allowed to interact with anyone.
Solitary confinement specifically.
That's what it's called. I forgot.
It's fucked. It's
It's
very fucked.
it's extremely
They-
scary.
Drag that guy away.
It's extremely scary because then it was a magic spell that she did, basically.
Yeah.
So who is this?
This is.
I can't answer that question.
Why not?
That's Justine Courtney, baby.
No.
That's Justine Courtney.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think both of these names are bad.
I think they're both good.
I think they're bad. I think
I
they're
think
bad
that's
in a
great.
way that is good. But like I feel like when it is a character like this, I want it to be a more serious sounding name. But I don't know
That's fair.
I don't know what I would want that to be. The best I could think of was like Sister Nemi. But that still doesn't really
I think both of them are good because they are full names, which are not like direct puns. Like J.L. Bird, like okay, J is a name that I've heard of in my life, but L Bird is not a name, and also it is literally just Jailbird. Whereas these names are two names that really exist in the world. I don't know whether Gavel is a real name.
Yeah, okay, firstly, Gavel doesn't exist as a name, I don't think.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Gavel's proved me wrong on that one.
Yeah, okay. I don't think
that Lavelle is a name, but
I don't think
I don't know about
that's true.
Gavel.
The second result is the study wiki. So
There we go.
but it's reasonable enough. Justine and Verity are both names, and then they are both like I don't know. I like them. They're both related to what
it's like-
they.
Justine Courtney is Justice Courts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it is.
but Justine Courtney in isolation just doesn't sound like a name with a lot of presence to me. And Verity, while I prefer it as a first name, I don't think I can take someone with the first name Verity particularly seriously.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It just it seems like
I'd
a
like
name.
to apologize to any Verities.
I apologize
just
to any
you caught
Verities
these
for
who
you
are
having a
listening.
grandma name.
Verity doesn't feel like a grandma name to me. I like
Feels like a
Verity as a
grandma name.
name.
I'm not saying no. I literally said I like it as a name. I just think it sounds like a grandma name.
Verity is
I
a
think that works
2018
in-
psychological romantic thriller by Colleen
Aw.
Hoover. I'm sorry to all Verities
dear.
listening for the fact that you have to deal with that.
That's so funny.
Reddit r/books post that says Verity is one of the worst books I've ever read.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Which could mean anything.
Which could
We know
mean
the thing.
anything.
Verity has been really consistent since 1996 to today, but it doesn't tell me, it doesn't go
Aw.
back any further than that on this website that I'm looking at.
Hey, what does this character look like?
Man. Okay, so she's like if I'm trying to think of the best way to word this succinctly. I mean, it's very literal. She is like if the criminal justice system had a pope.
Yeah.
That is literally
Yeah.
what her character is. She is the pope of crime.
The JRPG of the criminal justice system. She's a paladin.
She is a paladin. And everyone knows that those who follow a holy and righteous path are always going to end up being the ones that are easiest to get corrupted by the demon blade.
That's not true. What if you were following the demon blade all along?
Yeah,
What
I
if you
guess.
thought the demon blade was God?
What if the demon blade was God?
We can't
Oh,
do
God.
that.
We've gone somewhere with this.
I'm literally talking about Verity Gavel. I don't know what you're talking about.
She has a cool extendable. I can't say that word now. Gavel.
Gavel.
Right, because she's a judge.
a judge.
That is her
Judge
profession.
On the go. She needs to carry that thing around.
And she needs to be able
justice
to
wherever she is.
two-hand it for maximum effect, apparently.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell.
She's a paladin. She's fucking the design of all time.
She's so cool and scary about it.
She's terrifying.
Now,
She's insane.
one detail about Verity Gavel is that she is 26 years old.
Now this is fucked.
That's
This
wrong.
is- this
That
is
is
fucked.
literally wrong.
I want to see
woman is
her
at least
with
37
grey
years
hair and
old,
face
but-
wrinkles.
I
Yeah, me too.
would kill for this. Capcom. A single old woman. Just one of them.
You know they're in the game.
We've
They're
got
just
one.
bad.
Or they die immediately.
What about Wendy?
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
what about Wendy?
Okay.
What about Bikini?
Oh my
What
god,
about Bikini?
Bikini looks about 25, is the thing.
Also true.
I think there's a lot of beats that Verity has in this first half of the case where she is acting sort of as a parental figure, kind of.
Oh, absolutely.
And it is weird that she's 26.
It is weird that she's
Yeah.
26.
It is weird that she's 26. But how old is Edgeworth in this?
26.
Fuck, damn it. Shit.
Actually, 26. Oh my god, he's older than her. That's wrong.
Oh, that's weird.
She
That's
should
not
be
right.
like 40 at
That's
minimum.
fucked up.
You should be like
Yeah.
80.
Yeah.
I don't mind her
She
being
should be the ancient pope of justice.
Yeah.
40 plus. I don't mind anything above there, but she should not be younger than Edgeworth.
No, that's not right.
Because we
That's not
have,
right.
we're about to meet someone younger than Edgeworth where that is significant.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay, Verity reveals that she's part of what is it called? The committee.
For prosecutorial excellence.
Oh, she's part of COPE. Oh no, it's committee 4. Yeah, sorry, I misheard.
No, it's Cope now.
But the F is it's not written down. It's spelled OR. It's fine. Call it Cope. I'm not saying that every time.
Which we get like a CG of like this shady panel of 11 guys sitting in an arc with a huge statue of the personification of justice in the background. Notably, none of these silhouettes looks like Verity, even though it's assumed that she is one of them.
She wears a hat when she's participating.
Yeah.
They all wear a mask that make them look the same.
The committee is a panel. This is Eddie tells us this. The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job it is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest.
Yeah, when did that committee start? I would love to know, because so far, prosecutors not having a fantastic track record.
More importantly, who establishes the committee?
But it's made up of is it judicial professionals and politicians, they say?
Yep.
Or is it just legal
fine.
professionals? I don't remember.
Let's find out.
Who's their guiding hand?
First and foremost, it's a name that should not be taken in vain, for it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself.
This is so much to me, okay?
They do, in fact, have political leaders. Now, Ro, go on.
This genuinely felt like dropping a bomb on, like, the canon of this franchise to me. Just the idea that everything we know about the justice system has been ostensibly a religion with faith and ministry, and that it's all done under the guise of following the, like, faith in this divine higher power is absolutely fucking nutty. And then I thought about it for a little bit more, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, the fact that they are being so blatant about it is just, damn. It's really potent.
Is Cope thinking about the goddess of justice, or are they thinking about somebody else when they're censoring Edgeworth? What is the reason they have for this?
Oh, he broke the extraterritoriality rules.
Whoop.
He tried to investigate the president of a different country, and he could have caused a major international incident.
Fair critique.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure he was kind of like forced to do that at gunpoint.
Firstly,
not
he was
gun,
forced to do
but-
that at
That is
gunpoint,
also
and
true.
secondly, he was investigating a crime on American soil. Now, is he a criminal investigator? No, but that's unrelated. We already know that's okay.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
Unforgivable.
it's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hand in
Well-
your gun and badge.
This is the thing that lets you know that there is something bigger going on, though. Is that, like, this is so petty that it's obviously
totally.
just being done to cover up whatever is going on with Bronco Knight,
We
who has been
know
killed.
how much you can get away with as a prosecutor.
Oh,
And
yes.
Yeah.
specifically, what kinds of things you can get away with and who you can get away with targeting. It is not the president of Zengfa.
And do you know how much easier it would be to, like, get away with things is if you got to choose which prosecutors were in the prosecution bench.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. And if you, like, hand-picked one and taught them everything you know and taught them exactly how to, like, do their thing and get the verdicts that you need them to get, then it's all just, like, putty in your hands at that point, baby. If you need to, like, follow everything that the goddess whispers in your ear every night, then you can just make that shit happen.
Why not get another acolyte, you know?
Yeah, why not?
And who would that
Only
be?
good things can happen if you listen to...
I'm always saying this.
Stop.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm putting an embargo on this conversation. We need to talk about a new character.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
I know the two of you have some thoughts and feelings, which is why I want Hera
understatement
to
of the
start this
year.
conversation.
Yeah, I've seen this character before, and I always thought this is going to be some kind of rival, perhaps. This is going to be a very competent person who is going to be very satisfying to face off against. And I still thought that at the end of this conversation. This is Eustace Widow, and he sucks.
He fucking
I didn't know this
sucks,
yet,
dude.
He sucks. We found
He's
out later that he
so-
sucks.
He's so bad at everything.
Yeah, I guess you don't actually get that in this opening conversation.
Not really,
Yeah, you just
but
get that he's replacing you. You
you
find
get
out
that he's
when
like
you-
an arrogant dick. That's kind of it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's a prosecutor.
Damn.
You find out when you open your little profiles menu that he is 17 years old.
A normal age for a
Unbelievable.
prosecutor to be.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that he's younger than Fran when she had her debut?
I feel like she was 16 or 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things work different in Germany.
I thought she was 18 for some reason, but
And also, I think in Germany she'd been a prosecutor already
Yeah.
oh yeah,
since
that
she was
makes sense.
13 or something.
France supremacy continues.
Yeah, he kind of sucks. And also, the thing that really threw me off guard was when I got hit by his theme, because it sounds like
It's kindergarten music. I'm sorry.
it kind of sounds like RPG like starting village music to me.
It's
Yeah,
it's
it does have that
RPG
vibe.
wander into your first shop, buy your first fucking health potions music.
Yeah,
It's got Cooking Mama energy.
It does have Cooking Mama energy. He looks like he could be one of the kids from Cooking Mama.
It's a waltz also. It's in 3, which is interesting.
And he loves music.
oh,
Does he's got a little baton that is also extendable, like the gavel,
Yeah.
I
it's
hadn't thought about that.
I wonder what, yeah.
and he conducts things. It's really fun.
my favorite bit is where they're talking about how brilliant Eustace Winter is, and we cut to Edgeworth, who stands there for a little bit and then says, "I've never heard of you."
He's new!
It's really good.
My favorite
He's
Edgeworth
new.
bit ever.
He's brand new. You're not supposed to have heard of him. He's just born.
He's a brand new baby.
He's a brand new baby.
I remember, like, when I first played all of these games, every single game, I would be like, who is this fucking prosecutor? I hate them. And then have the, like, oh my god, I just love them, you know, as the story progresses or whatever. And, like, by the time I'd got to this game, I was like, I'm not even going to pretend to hate Sebastian de Best / Eustace Winter. Like, I already know how this is going to go, and I'm just not doing it anymore. I refuse to hate this character. So going straight into it, I'm always just like, again, there's a lot I've forgotten about this game, but I'm like, that same feeling of like, there's just no point. There's just no point hating somebody.
You can't fight this.
No,
I think I
can't
like-
fight this.
I think I prefer Eustace Winter in this case.
I do too, I'm afraid.
My heavy
the
heart.
best is just a bit too cheesy.
Eustace
It's
Winter
so stupid,
is a better
that's
name.
why it works.
But that's my son Sebastian. That's my beautiful son Sebastian. You can't do this to me.
Oh, it's
That's your useless feral son.
Sebastian.
Calling my son useless immediately. You can't do that. That's not fair.
It's great
What a
that
useless wiener.
yeah, it's really good that you can do that to him.
No!
Oh,
Bullying
God.
him!
Yeah, he's
He's
good
so
to be bullied. It's
silly.
like the
No.
entire point of his existence. He's a big stupid punching bag.
No! That's my son Sebastian!
That's my son, stupid idiot.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh.
Anyway,
He's
yeah,
so stupid.
he's so.
He's so stupid. I love him so much.
That's my
I
favorite
really
guy.
love how daft he is. It's so great.
I've done my research. Verity is not explicitly stated to be on the committee. She says that she's come bearing a message from the committee.
They're like even more Pope-like up there.
And also it says legal and professional and political professionals, to correct myself earlier.
I have one thing to add to this as well, which is that when Edgeworth is like, well, I had to get on that plane to find the truth. I'm not sure if that's exactly what he says, which, you know, it would be better if I knew exactly what he said. But Verity says, you're saying the ends justify the means, that rules can be freely ignored, which I think is interesting because this does pick up off of what they were talking about at the end of Ace Attorney Investigations 1, where it was really, really muddled, but Edgeworth was like, the law is whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Yeah.
And I feel like this game is already digging in a lot more to what justice and truth and the law is, with this like weird body of people who is clearly up to something a bit shady, and you know, whatever is going on with the president and all that kind of stuff. So there is some continuation there, but I feel like this also goes more into, again, Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is the official sequel to the trilogy, because it just is already setting up this much more direct, like, question around what the truth and justice mean, which came in so late in Investigations 1 that it just didn't go anywhere. And then we get a to be continued. So we'll take a break.
And break.
Hey, to be continued. It's so over. We're so back. It's the next day?
Yeah, welcome to tomorrow.
I've got a correction to my correction I have to make.
Oh, God.
During the break, I opened Ace Attorney Investigations Collection and checked Verity's biography, in this case, in which it does say that she is in fact a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. I apologize to all of my fans. I do an apology joke like every other episode.
She's so sorry.
She's the most apologetic podcast host you've ever met.
Yeah. No, actually, I went to a class for podcast hosts where they tell you how to do apologies.
I would also like to apologise for loudly eating a cough sweet during section 1, and I'm going to continue to eat a cough sweet in section 2, and I'm going to be crocheting, so...
I would like to apologize for not being able to come up with something to recommend at the top of the episode.
No!
I'm not apologizing.
Don't apologise
I'm
for that,
flawless.
friend. God, I can't believe we're going to have to do midway apologies every episode now.
Can we start the next episode where instead of giving a recommendation, we have to apologize for something?
No, I don't. Part of my apology joke bit speech is that I'm going to learn from my mistakes and do better. If I'm making apologies the whole time, I'm not learning.
It's like being pardoned. It's good.
No,
It's like going to a confessorial. It's exactly what you need to cleanse your spirit.
It's to talk into a microphone for potentially millions and millions of adoring people.
Yeah, but one of them could be a reference.
I don't know what our metrics are.
It's millions.
I think you're about right.
Okay. Yeah.
It's exactly millions and millions.
I think it's vitally important that podcast hosts stay humble, so I think we should pencil this in, to be honest. I don't want to be like some of those other podcast hosts who wouldn't
this is
know
going to
what
spark
humility
like
is if
a
it slapped them
civil
in the
war.
face.
It's okay. Me and
ready.
Devin will be pathetically apologetic about everything, and it'll make Kara and Jave just feel bad.
I don't think I like this bit.
Sorry, I'd like to apologise to Jay.
I'm trapped in hell.
my contribution to the bit.
Inescapable.
Oh my god. Should we talk about some stuff in a prison?
We want to do a third take on coming out of this break. Can you apologize for that again?
Prison is
Are
what
we doing
happens
this
to people
again?
who don't apologize.
I have to apologize in a way that doesn't trigger the yes and gene.
Everyone stop yes-ending right now. Fuck that. It's over.
Okay.
Jesus. We awaken in Edgeworth's office after this bit.
I was having a very bad dream.
Everyone take a deep breath.
Where are we? We're at the prosecutor's office for some fucking reason.
Yeah, a totally unnecessary cut to the office for Kay to be like, we should go to the detention centre.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yeah,
wake up.
it's the next day.
The next day.
Next day,
And we're actually meeting someone in the detention center this time.
we meet a new kind of person.
A new kind of guy. Okay. Top of the order. Non-binary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, beautiful. This is Simeon Saint, previously called Simon Keys.
The thing is, with Simon Keys, they did it the best that you could do it. So the official localization was fucked. They couldn't do anything about that.
I feel like Simon Keys is giving the game away in the way that Simeon Saint did not for me.
What do you mean? His name is Simeon.
Could have meant anything.
Now, I have to confess, when I first played this game, I did not get the joke with Simon Keys.
It's good. It's subtle. It's only like...
I was like, They just gave them a name.
Yeah. It's good. You wouldn't immediately think, oh, like, that's a pun name. You would just be like, oh, that's just a person's name. That's good.
Unsuspecting.
There's a
suspect
very
name.
clear split, I think, here.
Yeah.
Say more about them.
Specifically in the Ace Attorney universe, if someone walked up to me and said, my name is Simon Keys, I'd be like, oh yeah,
It's
real
too
good.
normal.
Cy Monkeys. Get the fuck out of here. Next.
Could imagine you doing that to someone in real life. Like, yeah, fucking right.
Hi, my name's Simeon. Yeah, sure, it's probably like French or something.
Come on. Hi, my name's April Macaque.
Simeon has super cute hair that is just two like top knots, and it's red, and is wearing like a pink kind of jacket thing. And Simeon is so scared of Edgeworth.
I mean, to be fair, he's not a very nice guy to be confronted by in a detention center.
Totally. He's a prosecutor. And as we learn shortly, Simeon is the suspect.
Yeah.
You don't want to meet that fucking guy.
Yeah. I'd be
Oh,
pretty
you know
freaked
what?
out if I'd been accused of murder in any circumstance, I think.
The covering of the eyes and mouth makes a lot more sense now.
Monkey.
Yeah. You get it.
He's the monkey guy.
The monkey
get it.
guy. He's the guy with all the monkeys.
My first thoughts about Simeon was this guy is so over-designed compared to like every other character we've seen. I guess Eustace is like pretty heavy-handed,
That's kind of wild.
but I feel like Simeon is like kind of messy in design.
Does anyone else agree with this take?
Could you clarify what you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to find a screenshot of Simeon as we
I thought he
speak,
looked like a
and
pretty
failing.
normal person.
I'll put a thing in the chat for you.
Monkey drop in 3.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I like this look. I think it's good. I'm
This
cool
is
with
such
this.
a look.
I think it's the way you don't see the
crop
full
jeans.
body. So you only see really from like the waist up. So you don't see the like capris or whatever these are. But the hoodie looks kind of like a weird robe from the angle we see him at.
Oh, okay.
It is kind of a strangely designed hoodie because I don't think I've ever seen a hoodie with the tummy pocket and a zipper because like the zipper can't.
Right.
Can't go all
And
the way
also
down.
and the coloration is kind of weird with the like the stripes, but they're very similar colors. And then you've got the mask shirt also has a lot of different colors on it.
I'm pretty much with you on this. I'm curious what you were going to say about Eustace being overdesigned.
Oh, he's just a very fancy looking boy in a like over the top way. I think Eustace works as a design, but it's
We didn't mention, I guess maybe it doesn't even come up in that first conversation, but Eustace has a pair of animations. Actually, most of the time he is in like, most of his animations he has like this curl of hair coming off the top of his head, which you might not think about. But then when he gets shocked, it straightens out and you're like, oh, that's a question mark and an exclamation mark.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's very good.
Oh, so good.
I guess we can do another 2 for on designs.
I like Simeon. I think
about
he's just a
Simeon,
chill dude.
Like, yeah, I think the design, for some reason, it really reminds me of like Lowry, where it's kind of casual, but like there's some weird color stuff going on. Like usually you wouldn't put like, you know, that much pink and also red that are kind of like, the red is like a really rich deep red, and then the pink is like not as rich, it's more desaturated, and then there's the bright blue t-shirt. Like, I can't put this into words, but in terms of like color stuff with character design, this is a really weird combination of things for me, and I really enjoy it, but also it's very like understated outfit. Like,
I like that his shoes match his hoodie, and I like that his shirt matches his pants.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like someone would dress like that,
Yeah.
right? They're just like a normal person would dress like that. They just wear a t-shirt that they like and a hoodie on the top. And compared to like so many other characters who are wearing much more like kind of over the top things, it's nice. I like it. I find it really like a really interesting character design compared to some of the others.
And I think the reason that they made the hoodie look like robes is because he's the saint of monkeys.
Because he's the saint of monkeys. But I didn't understand that. I thought he was just a regular pen pusher.
Because Simeon could mean
That's
anything.
what he tells you in this conversation. Simeon can mean anything.
Yeah, a regular pen pusher who has nothing to do with monkeys or the circus.
Well, also, I don't think I knew about the circus at this point either.
I don't think you do get told
Yeah,
about
I
the
don't think
circus
you
yet. No, that's in the
Oh,
next
my
bit.
my
Later.
my defense is getting stronger by the second. I didn't know shit.
She literally didn't know shit.
The classic defense that they
We
do
didn't
in
get told
court.
anything.
My impression of Simeon was kind of like, this is the character in this case that is obligatory because we need someone to blame, and also we don't give a fuck about, which is perhaps uncharitable. So I'm willing to be wrong about this. If you're a huge fan of the character Simeon Saint, I apologize.
Simeon Saint is my Paleno.
And see, I really like Paleno.
Yeah! Paleno fans!
I don't know. That Simeon's design just didn't do anything for me. Does anyone else have any notes on Simeon as a character?
No.
Kind of a scared. Kind of a scared.
He's kind of a scared.
Very, very fair.
But this gives us a very cute scene with Kay where she's
I
just
really like this.
reading
Yeah.
Simeon will only respond to Edgeworth. Simeon will only respond to Kay because he's scared of Edgeworth. And so Kay is asking him all these questions, but she's pulling them directly from reading Edgeworth's mind.
It's the gumshoe mind reading bit all
Really
over
good.
again.
Yep.
Yeah, and then at the end she says, "You can see it written on your face, clear as day."
Yep. We find out that Simeon knew Bronco Knight, and Edgeworth says it's not easy to discover someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime, which is an allusion to DL6. I wish they ever talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgeworth also says he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason, which is an insane thing to say when you're Edgeworth and you know many things.
Yeah. That is objectively not true. The cognitive dissonance in that man's brain is truly something to be marvelled. And then, is this when Eddie comes in?
Eddie doesn't come in. We meet him in the corridor, I think. Gumshoe is like,
okay.
"Hey, we got to do something about this. Maybe you should wear a
Yes.
defender's badge." Haha.
Yeah. And it's like, but Edgeworth, you're a prosecutor. Why would you wear a defense attorney's badge and defend people who have been suspected of crimes? Weird that.
Wouldn't it be so funny?
And then one of those guys shows up.
Also, a very key detail we missed about Eddie: he doesn't wear his prosecutor's badge.
Defender's badge.
Sorry, his defender's badge. Yeah.
That's weird. Is it said why?
It's not. If you show him your badge, he shows you his. And then Edgeworth is like, "You don't wear your attorney's badge?" Like, really judgmentally? Which, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of something out of the Von Karma playbook, really.
Interesting, yeah.
But yeah, he does say, I'll see if I can pull it up, actually, because it is interesting. He says he wears it once in a blue moon, goes nicely with my winter coat as it happens. Guy's got to dress to impress, know what I mean? I guess he doesn't say anything interesting about it, but it is still interesting.
Totally.
But he does have one, because he does show it to you. It's golden, by the way. That is an important detail.
Not paper.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah. But it's not dull or tin. Is that what's underneath it?
Something like that.
And he is again, he's in his like mid-30s. I don't remember his exact age. So yeah, we run into him in the corridor outside the visitor's room. Very convenient.
And this is where we learned that he was Gregory Edgeworth's associate.
Yeah.
The next big twist.
Because Edgeworth basically begs him to take him on as his associate. First of all, he says, "No, I don't take on associates. I fly solo." And then Edgeworth speaks like very openly, like a very like big appeal.
He's quite like sincere in this case, isn't he?
Yeah. He says, "I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma, but please believe me when I say, I am not the man I was back then. I am no longer under my old mental spell." And then Edgeworth and Kay jump in to defend him.
Confirmation that Von Karma knew magic.
He did no magic.
I mean,
he was a
an evil wizard.
Yeah. Then he says, "There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. Please allow me to help you with this investigation." And then he bows.
He only ever used to bow when he was being like, a sardonic piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's really nice that he's Well, is it really nice that he's less of that? Hard to say. I miss that side of him, but I'm glad he's growing.
So true.
This is a nice moment.
He definitely does the shitty bow in Investigations 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then Fender's been alluding to someone like you know who, which has
I'll
been
be
really
reporting
weird because
back to you know who.
yeah, I couldn't figure out who the hell he was talking about, whether it was someone I hadn't met yet. And then he hands over his business card. He's like, okay, let's start fresh. And he hands over his business card, and it says Edgeworth and Co. Law Offices, Eddie Fender, Senior Partner. Because it turns out when your mentor dies, you don't have to change the name of their office
Apparently not.
and slap your name on it like some people we know.
Like some self-involved pricks who couldn't even honor the memory of their like dead mentor.
No, he's got the name of his mentor he's living on under his name.
It would have even been like they could have squeezed in a little bit of wordplay on it being called the Wright and Fay Law Offices.
Also, it must be weird operating under that name because, like, I think a lot of the cultural, like, memory would have moved on. So whenever you're like, oh, I'm part of Edgeworth and Co. Law Offices, people are going to be like, what? He's a prosecutor, right? Huh?
We don't know how famous his dad was.
I mean, the DL6 case was kind of famous. So even if they didn't know it at the time, he was a defense attorney. I guess afterwards they would have.
What if they just called it Greg's?
Maybe. I mean, it was famous for us, but like it, you know, so was. God damn it! I'm trying to remember the name of the Loch Ness monster.
Gordy?
Gordy. Gordy was famous.
Gordy. Well,
Yeah.
Gordy was in
I think they're
on
both famous.
TV.
But there's a lot of things that were on TV.
You can't show lawyers on TV.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it was famous, but like who knows? If I went man on the street doing a TikTok in the world of Ace Attorney, and I'm like, oh, do you remember the DL6 case? Like, how many people are going to say yes?
I think one reason why it might be more memorable is because of the scandal with the police using a spirit medium. And I can imagine, and that was like a nationwide scandal, and the police were like massively embarrassed by it. So I don't, like, I feel like, at least in the first game, there's like a big allusion to it being like really quite a high profile thing that was kind of national news.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, admittedly, people might not remember specific names. I don't know why we're going down this rabbit hole, but anyway, I'm having a good
No,
time.
this is important. I think it's still like it's like a big revelation that this entity exists. Anyway, this is the you know who is Gregory Edgeworth. He's not. I guess he's reporting to ghosts, which I guess they're all real.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if he's still around or if he's moved on or whatever. I don't remember how spirit channeling works. It's been a while. So he takes you on, and he says, "To be clear, I don't fully trust you."
Fair.
Which you know is
Yeah,
fair.
reasonable. And we don't fully trust him either, probably.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I
Well,
think at
you
this
seem
point,
to.
I was like, I was probably wrong about him being the bad guy because I met two other characters that I think are more likely to be the bad guys.
Yeah, I mean, I came around on him in this moment. I think
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's clearly more here, at least.
And I think, like, once you get why he's so pissed off, it's kind of like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then he says, let's go to jail Rooney. And I'm like, this guy sucks.
Go to jail arena.
Again, the youth counselor thing.
Well, that's more like Ned Flanders.
It really is.
Main new character. This is Fifi Lagarde, which I think is a straight upgrade from
I'm
her
in for
previous
it.
name, which was Patricia Rowland.
Yeah.
What's the thing in Patricia Rowland? Is there anything
Patrol.
now? A patrol.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not very good.
Fifi Lagarde is a woman with blonde hair who is wearing a big fur coat and has what appears to be, I'm not sure what animal this is. I'm just going to say it's a live mink around her neck. It's kind of more fox-like.
Could be
But
a fox.
It's got stubby little legs.
I love the Ace Attorney amalgamation of different creatures into some generic version of both.
Yeah, it's like a mink
Polecat.
fox. And that's kind of... I don't remember if you see her full body. You must do, right? But I mean, those are the main... She's wearing like a guard cap.
But she's wearing it tilted stylish style.
Yeah.
She has an angle, so it's more like those tiny hats that women used to wear when they were on the side of their heads in the Flapper Girls era. I don't know what they're called.
She's the warden of the prison.
She's got some interesting things
So
to say.
she's responsible. Oh, does she?
Hmm.
Huh. What kind of things? What kind of things does this woman say?
I don't know which bit to talk about first. Okay. So she is the kind of person who refers to everyone at the prison as members of her family.
Yep.
I don't think this is an uncommon kind of language for a prison warden to use. That does not make it any less genuinely despicable.
She also keeps referring to it as their home.
Yeah.
Awful. Absolutely
Basically,
awful.
she is talking about them like they're her pets. She also meshes in this initial conversation that yesterday the circus came to visit. This is where we get the first mention of the circus, and this might have sent my brain into theory crafting overdrive before I realized everything I was thinking about was absolutely fucking insane.
Please detail every single bit of this.
Okay, so my theory was that if the dog was involved in the murder at all, that dog would have been retrained by famous animal tamer Regina Berry from Big Berry Circus, animal tamer famous for training animals to kill people. Not on purpose, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. The thing that I'm clinging onto is the circus can't just be a reference. There must have been something that happened during the circus visit that's significant to the events leading up to the murder. Like, there's a reason it had to be the circus. There was a reason it had to be the circus, and I want to say that there's a reason it had to be Big Berry Circus specifically, but entirely possible
I
that's
don't know.
just referential. Yeah, I'm not holding much weight to that part specifically, Hera. I think that one is just for the references. But I think there has to be a reason that it was a circus. If it turns out that one of Regina's animals ended up killing someone by accident again, that would be extremely funny. But it would also lend credence to the idea that Knight was killed by an animal attack. It just wasn't an animal from the prison. But I have another theory that I'll get to later.
Okay. It was the whale.
Yeah. I forgot about the fucking whale. Oh man, what was this circus doing? Where did they put a fucking whale?
Another thing about Fifi is that she is familiar with the European culture.
Yes.
So true.
And so
Thank
she
God
is the only
Europeans found
character
each other.
that indulges Eddie with his hug that he demands from everyone. She even goes in for a bit of a kiss as well.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Also, when she spreads her arms in like a hug gesture, her scarf / pet also does it.
It's cute.
Cute. And the pet looks so happy about it too.
It loves being a scarf.
Yay!
Her theme song is called "A Hug and a Kiss is Entirely de rigueur."
Okay.
Oh,
So she's normal for a prison warden.
actually, while we're talking about themes, I want to make another note about themes in this game, is that they feel... I kind of noticed this a little bit towards the end of Investigations 1, but I feel like I've been noticing it a lot more in Investigations 2, where it's like the MIDI soundscape that they use for the music in this game feels kind of flat, and I don't know if that's a criticism of specifically the music in this game or just MIDI as a whole, but I think it's probably more stark to me because the original trilogy got like a big remaster of the soundtrack, and I don't know this, but this is my assumption, is that this is just the same soundtrack as the DS version.
I think it is.
And so I'm not really picking up, other than like Eddie's crazy solo, I'm not really picking up a lot of stuff from these themes because they, like I said, it sounds a little flatter to me. And I guess it's just because I've been hearing the soundscape for 2 games now. One thing that I picked up almost instantly starting this game was I feel like there's the guitar that they use for like Lang's theme, but that might just be MIDI guitar, you know? That like seeps into the investigation music in this game, which is fun. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot to say about this music other than that kind of sounds a bit like a lot of the other music I've heard so far. Which, you know, I don't kind of claim to be a music expert. I'm simply stating this as an observer of music.
You listen to music.
I've listened to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Fifi. Does she reveal like anything else in this conversation?
I don't think so.
She's kind of just like, oh yeah, I gotta bounce.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's some other stuff when you talk to her later, but that's for later.
Yeah.
Next character?
Next character.
Next character.
We have
We've
our
never met before.
token returning character.
I
Interesting
do think it's really
choice.
funny that he shows up 2 lines after Ro wrote, "Shocked that I can't talk to Polly. This is gross. Sometimes a reference can just be a wink and a nod." Well, anyway, here's Frank Sawyer.
That's Frank Sawyer. Shouldn't this guy be fucking dead?
Hey, shouldn't this guy be fucking dead?
This guy should be dead.
This guy should be fucking dead. Maybe they were like, right when Frank Sawyer was gonna be executed, they were like, hey, we're gonna try this hot new experiment to reform murderers. Something we've never thought of doing before, ever, in any prison system, is trying to reform murderers.
I mean, genuinely, maybe that is something so stupid that would happen in this universe.
Yeah.
They just get like a random lucky dip of murderers and go, all right then, time to reform you.
It is very interesting that they took a really big game about like learning new skills as like a reformation thing.
I mean, that's what they
And
do
then
in,
me-
like, modern prisons as
I mean,
well.
yes, yeah. But also in this world, there's a lot of implication that when you go to jail for murder, you get executed. I don't even know if it's implication at this point. I think it might just been started out, right? Because there's a character that's like, oh, this person got killed, right? I don't remember. So for them to say all of this about learning animal skills so that they can, get jobs when they leave prison, and then you immediately back-to-back, spoilers by the way, we meet 2 murderers in a row,
Yeah.
is strange.
Yeah, it is. I think in the first game they went really hard with like anyone who commits a crime goes straight to jail, goes straight to like being murdered.
The gallows.
But then they've been like slowly unpicking that throughout the trilogy and Investigations 1. And now it feels like they've just decided that they've just kind of retconned it, and it only counts in the most extreme cases, as with Von Karma, who
Was killed
was
the
not only a
moment he
murderer
was off
once,
screen.
but twice. Yeah. As soon as his sprite faded, so did he.
Anyway,
So yeah,
Frank
it
Sawyer,
is
so-
really bizarre. Oh, it's Frank. It's so weird seeing such an old character who was such an old like art style updated to this style. Like, obviously they did that with Edgeworth, but I think they probably would have spent a lot more time getting that like transition kind of perfect. Whereas with Frank, it's just like this is the
That's
same,
him.
but it's also different.
They just cleaned him up a little for his prison debut.
Yeah.
Aw.
He's wearing standard prison garb. He's wearing a apron over it, which says, Bow Wow Thylacinus,
Yeah, which is a type of dog.
which is a type of dog.
Oh,
He has a single glove in his, like, apron pocket.
well, you can only use one hand at a time.
Just reminding me, found a single glove in the investigation earlier.
Interesting.
And he has a belt with a bunch of, like, grooming tools. Has multiple pairs of scissors. Got like a comb or a ruler, depending on how you interpret that particular tool. And then a bunch of, like, clips.
Now, I literally never thought until you just mentioned that about the fact that he has scissors on his belt. And there's a whole fucking thing that we go into later about how hard it is to, like, get sharp objects in the prison.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
do cover
That's
this.
so
They
true.
mention that his scissors were the only thing that was, like, checked out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they're controlled.
Yes, yeah, they say that sharp objects is highly controlled, but not explicitly banned.
Because you need them to cut the fur of the animals.
You can use
Aw.
safety scissors for that, like the rounded tip ones.
Nope.
Okay.
What about clippers? They're safe.
Yeah. A razor.
Notably, you don't see Frank's pet, whatever it may be.
I think it's the whale. It would actually be really good if it was Polly.
What about Wagsy? There's a cat called Wagsy, by the way. There's a guard who is always petting this cat somewhere in the scene, basically.
That's really
And who
good.
meows.
That would be me. I mean, I wouldn't be a prisoner.
Oh, yeah, and they do a
If I
bunch
was
of cat
there.
puns, I forgot. They do a bunch of cat puns.
Well, you know what it is, Hera? It's that he talks like the cats from Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but Kate also makes a bunch of them, and then Edgeworth, like, does some at the end.
Oh my god.
But in his head,
That's
he's
so
like,
Oh yeah.
I can't think of any. I apologize.
He says some shit
No.
like, "This is appalling."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Anyway, that's the Waxy
Who would do
report.
that sound?
There's a rabbit on the ground that he says he almost steps on. It's like I almost tripped over this rabbit.
We didn't mention the giant rock for the monkey to climb on.
Is that what that is? Okay, the video I watched did not interact with it, and I was so
Funniest
confused.
moment for me is literally moments before they revealed at the beginning of this case that this prison was full of animals. I was like, why does this prison have a fucking monkey climbing frame in it? And then it turned out it was put there for the monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kay calls it a monkey mountain, and then she wants to climb it, and Edgeworth doesn't let her.
Not cool, man. You gotta be hip to the kids.
Anyway, Frank is here, and guess what, gang? He saw it again. You do mind chess against him because he's hiding something. This is where he reveals the trick that he can lean out of the room he's in as long as he doesn't bring the bracelet outside. Still seems like a pretty long way to lean to see through the window in the next door.
Yeah, because he was in one room and we're trying to get him on the fact that he was the person who found the body, but he was assigned to the room next door. So he would have had to lean out of the room, keeping his arm in the room to look through the window in a door that was like a few feet away from the door that he was leaning out of.
And then he gives the game away by saying that he saw
It.
Bronco's ring in detail, which he couldn't have seen because it was under the top. And we play mind chess and we go through two testimonies. Nope. One testimony?
They don't
to
call
get them.
testimonies in this.
It seems like a lot. The whale, by the way, is a reference to him. He says that the animal that he saw at the circus was a whale, and this is in fact a gotcha because he wasn't actually at the circus. There is no whale, I'm sorry to say.
No!
I'd have loved to see the circus whale.
Whale!
4 minutes ago, I messaged Devon. I don't remember this fucking whale at all. I've been very confused.
You fell for the gotcha.
I did.
That's so funny. I did not see that message, but I also was just kind of like, sure! That's a whale? I remember that guy.
I think it comes up in the mind chess game.
Yeah, I think it only comes up in this, yeah. He gets very defensive about a lot of this and also says the line, "What gives you the right to treat people like this?" which I feel like could be said about literally anything Edgeworth has done ever in his life.
True.
Yeah. Did we mention that his bracelet was broken? That's how he got in the room.
We didn't.
He
This is
fell
the other
over
really
and
stupid
it
thing.
broke.
He broke his bracelet, and because he broke his bracelet, it meant he could just go in and out of every door in the prison without consequence. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Also, we find out that the reason he saw the ring was because he was going to probably nick it, which is like much to think about this program for, you know,
Yeah.
not doing crimes anymore.
Hey, it's just to not do murder, okay? I
Okay,
think.
you can still steal stuff.
Yeah.
All right. fair
Now,
enough.
here's the thing. I can understand how having an animal companion would teach you how to respect life and living. I don't know how it would teach you how to not steal.
The thing is, animals love stealing.
Yeah, exactly.
Famous thing about animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they steal our hearts,
Nodding.
other things.
Oh, he throws his wig at you.
He throws
I
his
forgot
wig at
about
you.
this.
The Sawyer classic. The Sawyer speedball.
Yeah.
Edgeworth says during this mind chess that he doesn't trust Sawyer, quote, given what he is. Which I believe means a criminal.
Yeah,
A murderer. Which, you know, is...
that sucks.
There is so much ideology in how Edgeworth talks about criminals, and I can't tell how much of it is character and how much of it is just the developers having ideology.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, totally.
He also says right before... I don't know when this is actually, but it's around this point. It's between me saying the chess pieces are arbitrary and get too paid idiots, so it's in the middle of there somewhere. He says, by my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure this end, which is a very succinct summary of where Edgeworth is at. And then Kay and Eddie are both like, well, we're not actually here for the truth, we're here to save Simeon, which is a very interesting, like, slight difference going on. And I don't know whether the game knows that that's what it's doing. I'm curious whether those, like, each of those characters stays with the consistent characterization that they have. Because I suspect that the game may forget that it did that.
Interesting. Oh, also importantly, he testifies that a big dog bit him on the neck.
Yeah,
Not him,
you get a visual of the dog just like chomping right into Knight's throat. I don't think that's what it's doing.
And then he says the dog belongs to that guy in there.
That guy, that man, you know, that
man.
guy.
Not that man.
Not that man. The him. Ellipses.
A world where names have not been invented. Not that man.
Not that man. Him.
That other man.
Yeah.
Should we go meet that man? He's scary.
Oh my god. Oh, hang on. There is a bit in this which is really, like, I don't really know why they put this in here. And I kind of wish they didn't, where during that cross-examination or whatever, that testimony bit, Fender says the worst of times are when lawyers calmly show up and he smiles. So that's a kind of paraphrase of, what Mia says.
A lawyer's job is to always
She
smile.
got from Godot. And now we're like, what? We're learning that it's Edgeworth, like Gregory Edgeworth said this, that Fender learned from him?
Maybe it's just a common lawyer
I hate
speak.
that. And I feel like that phrase was something that really belonged to Mia and her character, and now it's just become like every lawyer says it to every other lawyer. It's nothing about her or anything special. This is just a lawyer like code.
It was actually one of the
Which
tenets
it would
from
be
the
cool
goddess
if they
of
did
law.
more with it, but oh god.
I don't think the goddess of law covers
Smiling.
like attorneys.
No, she just sends people to jail.
That's the bar association,
One of the tenets
which
of
they
the
do
bar
mention
association.
they have a relationship with, but I think it's a different body.
They do heavily imply that, like, either they're in cahoots or the Center for Prosecutorial Excellence has some kind of power over them, because they're like, if Eddie starts fucking with us, we're just gonna get him struck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like a healthy system.
We love the system.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh god, we love the system. We're so pro system.
Shush.
As a group, we're just simply pro-system, especially this one.
So we go and see a new person.
Yeah. We enter this room, there's a big dark cell with a big dog in it.
Oh yeah.
And then the guy in the cell is like, oh, sorry, I'll turn the lights on.
Hera, did you
I
think
just like
this?
singing in the dark.
Did you think this was going to be someone that we knew?
No. Because, like, the only other person... It's implied that this is, like, a serial killer. I mean, the only other person we know that fits that description is Shelley. And Shelley's not in jail.
Shelley's not even a serial killer. He's just an assassin.
Is that not?
Well, so is
similar
Bodhidharma Canis.
Bodhidharma Canis.
Bodhidharma Canis. Bodhidharma?
Bodhidharma, yeah.
Bodhidharma Canis.
Yeah.
Who is the guy singing here?
Assassins don't use guns in this world.
No, because that's not cool and awesome.
It's not cool.
Also, canonically, guns are very
That's not
rare
badass.
in
California.
So
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I guess it would make
it's
them
gotta be
more
nice.
obvious. Bodhidharma Canis, straight downgrade from Sirhan Dogan. I know they're playing into the weird
fine about
Buddhist stuff that he's got going on. I don't think they should have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is fair.
His dog,
Suck that off.
Helmut, used to be called Anubis. Also a downgrade, if you ask me.
Yeah, totally. Anubis is a sick name.
What is Helmut?
Not really a name I would give that kind of dog, though.
I can't remember what helmet was. I looked it up
I don't know.
and I forgot.
It's a German name meaning helmet, protection, courage, or spirit.
That's just kind of
Boring.
whatever.
He should be called Anubis.
It derives either from the word hail for healthy or hilcher for
I guess it
battle.
also sounds like Helmut, which, okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fine.
That's also what it is.
That's Anubis to me.
Bodhidharma is a blind man. He seems elderly. We don't know his age. He's got these, like, blue veins at the back of his head. His head is like a
Egg.
like, weirdly pointed as well.
Egg.
Yeah, like an egg.
Egg cracked like egg.
His cell is one very large and two full of statues that he has carved because he loves to woodwork.
And they gave him a bunch of chisels.
Which is fine.
He loves to craft. He's gonna get over being an assassin.
I genuinely think this guy is going to come out in the end of this case looking great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he did it.
I don't think
To
he
be
did
clear.
it. Yeah. I think every
makes an implication
assassin is
that
gonna be
he's
great.
innocent.
Of all crime?
There's clearly a history between him and Edgeworth. And look, just between you and me, I know we're playing an Ace Attorney game. They're not going to let that shit lie.
Did he say that Edgeworth was the one who got him convicted?
No.
Did I make that
No,
up?
I think. Yeah. There is something about someone in this prison being someone that Edgeworth got convicted. And it would make sense for it to be
Did they?
Canis.
Yes, Miles Edgeworth was the prosecutor in his trial.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
And he loves chess.
He loves chess. All the people love chess in this world.
Only the chess themed people.
And the thing is about chess in this world is that it's really cool and fun if you customize your chess set.
Yeah.
He has
bespoke
a
pieces.
knight which is a 3-headed dog.
So good.
The dogs of war.
You gotta let loose of them.
He says, I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon?
Me when I'm innocent.
It could mean anything.
It could mean anything. It's awesome that he was allowed to bring his murder dog into jail with him.
So funny.
And it's revealed that he's playing correspondence chess with someone else.
Which just
Back
means
to the
it's
chess
over the
motif.
letters. We're 2 for 2 on cases with serial killers and chess.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, if it's working.
Those are Edgeworth's 2 obsessions.
So true.
He, as a character, is like very open with Edgeworth in a way that like no other character in this case has been. I mean, he's not being completely truthful, or at least he's not like, he's not saying everything. He's definitely guarding something, but he's not. I mean, either that or he's just very good at lying.
Edgeworth, seems to believe him
Yeah.
in what he says.
But there's no testimony here. There's no mind chess.
No. We just have a conversation.
He does scare everybody off by sticking his dog on them at the end of the conversation.
That's true.
Which is
Fun.
a
Well,
good and allowed thing you're allowed to do in prison, apparently.
Well, also we didn't mention that he gets away with whatever the fuck he wants. He's the fix that we were talking about earlier, because everyone is fucking scared of him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that him and Fifi have like an understanding, but later Fifi reveals that she doesn't like him.
Why not? He's cool.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. He also reveals that he has insider knowledge on what's going on here. And he says that Bronco Knight is here accused of attempted assassination of the president
Yeah.
of Zheng Bao.
Not the murder of Rook, which is what we were accusing him of.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So this is news to us, and this is also kind of serves as additionally justification for why Edgeworth was removed from the case, because they don't seem to know, or they do know, and they are covering up that is simply not what happened on that plane.
My truth.
Weird.
Where's my truth?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
And then kind of says, I'm no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses.
I think Edgeworth has no idea about.
Edgeworth goes, surely
This
not.
is the first time Edgeworth has ever been
My
in a
legal
prison.
system? Yeah. And he's so surprised by everything here.
This causes Edgeworth to have a flashback of Agent Lang.
Yeah, he's like, Agent Lang was always talking about how the court doesn't really work properly and can convict people wrongly, and I'm like, Lang? Agent Lang is the first person you think about when you do that? Are you sure?
It's because they couldn't do a flashback to something from the trilogy, because then they'd have to do it in a whole new art style.
They can't do it because they can't mention the blue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember this blue guy saying something
But why
to me.
not?
We don't know why not.
It's
It
so
is
bizarre
weird.
they made that choice, where they're like, we just won't do
Especially
that.
in
No,
this
this
game, where,
isn't
again,
his
it's
game.
a direct sequel.
Yeah, totally.
This isn't... We can't mention his name. These aren't his games. He's not allowed to be in them.
I also do think it's weird that, I guess it's kind of answered by Eddie showing up, but when Edgeworth first meets Simeon and he's like talking to him, he isn't like, hey, I know a good lawyer.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think
He
of
doesn't
that.
want to come across as too keen.
Yeah.
He doesn't want he doesn't want Phoenix to know that he thinks about him when he's not around.
It's written all over his face.
It's written all over his face.
But also, I think it kind of speaks to how they are very like efficient with character writing in this, in the way that this is a dead giveaway that Lang is gonna be in this game. Which is also kind of scary because we examined a whip earlier in the case, and I pulled up the text that comes up when you examine it. They said, "Look, there's a whip on top of the tops is where you find it. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it there. Uh-oh. I don't think Francisca's going to be in this one, gang. Certainly not in this case, anyway. Spoilers, Lang is going to show up later. So yeah, we get some information from Gannis, and we have kind of a weird flashback because of it.
And then Kay and Eddie run away.
Yeah.
We leave this room. Kay is on the rock, on the monkey climbing rock, and Eddie is so gone. Fuck knows where
Nowhere
that
to
man
be
is.
found.
He is bounced. Then we go to the detention center, and as we do, we pass the guard again. The only note I have of this conversation is where I put Lagarde, please stop calling it a home. So I have no idea what the fuck she says.
They mentioned that there's a corridor there with like a tiny little sign that says no entry. And we reveal that leads to the offices section of the building and to her office. And then on the other side of that, there is a very suspicious large blue area, which has remained unlabeled, and we deduct that is the yard.
This is what tells me that she is complicit in the murder of Bronco Knight.
Say more about that.
She has an office that leads directly into the prison, and we know that Bronco Knight couldn't get into the prison through the main corridor because of the giant fucking vault doors.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she had anything to do with it, but...
I mean, I'm not saying
Her
she
office may
did
have.
the murder. I'm just saying she's involved in whatever the grander scheme is going on.
I guess. She could have been out for coffee or something. But yeah, that's the information we get. And she's like, well, you can't come look at my office or my yard, because you got to be a prisoner to look at my yard. I guess she is like, maybe you can come look at my office, but you don't. So we go to the cells.
Oh, does she also allude to like something to do with Canis as well? Like,
I think this is just the
She
bit where
says
she
she doesn't
says
like
she doesn't
him.
like him, yeah.
oh yeah.
Not very nice to her or something, I don't know. We go into Bronco's holding cell.
We find a piece of paper with some chess notation on it. We find a wiped floor. We find a newspaper with some of it torn away. And we find the security tape. We learn that Knight was playing correspondence chess with Canis, and the newspaper was used to wipe the floor, presumably of blood. And I don't remember how we get the security tape, but
There's
I think we
you
just
can
ask a
yeah
guard to check
you
it
can
or
see a
something.
reflection of the security camera in the mirror above the sink, and then you ask the guard to get the tape from the security.
Yeah.
The only main note I made about the holding cell is that there's a book above like the desk on the bookshelf where Kay is reading off the titles, and one of them is Making Money While Serving Time, and Edgeworth thinks to himself, this facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. Hey buddy, that facility is part of an institution that you have been serving for the past 6 years.
oh, don't. This whole bit was insane.
He has like a directly conflicting line where I can't remember what they're talking about, but he says, how
They're
did...
talking about the menu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you have to pay for food. And he says, how did I end up defending the practices of the detention system? Buddy, you put people in there.
It's so nuts. It's so nuts that he says that. You chose to be a prostitute.
You're literally part of the system.
Like, what? But also he says it's fine that people with money don't have as hard of a time as everyone else. Like, that's man.
Wait, yeah, well, he
sucks.
says that, and he's like, wait a minute, that's fucked up.
Yeah. He's like, oh, hang on.
Okay,
Inequality.
what's on this tape?
Yo, it's this tape. The footage is so well rendered.
And it moves
It's
so
like it's
smooth.
it's
Style.
it's so smooth. It's a new. That's just how the world is. That every surveillance footage looks like this.
Maybe they have really good surveillance footage at the horror prison.
Yeah, and also the police locker rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see there's a figure in the cell. You don't see their face, and then like a black shape moves into the frame and then jumps up onto the person attacking them. And that's kind of it. They sort of stagger off screen. I did some trickery. You can't replay this. You only see it twice in up to where we played. And so I went back on my little action replay system to take a closer look. And you see in the reflection of the mirror, it kind of looks like the person in the footage is wearing some kind of cap. It doesn't look like Night at all, which is super weird. And they are like clearly very obscured in this footage, regardless of whether you stop it or not.
I am holding on to the possibility that the reason they didn't show the face is because they didn't want to make a bespoke model specifically for Bronco Knight, and they just wanted to use like a generic person model.
You know, if that's fair.
Which is possible, but I also think it lends enough credence to the idea that the person being attacked in that footage wasn't Knight.
And also, it's not super clear if it's the dog. Like,
I don't think it's the dog.
This
is theory number 2. I think that's the rabbit.
Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I could go either way on this one, honestly.
I will say with certainty, I don't think it's the dog. They could have used like a generic model for Knight, but that black smudge that moves across the screen, that would have just been something drawn on after the fact, and it is nowhere near big enough to represent that giant fucking dog.
That's my thought.
So I think it's the rabbit. What?
Okay. What if it's a monkey?
I think it's actually more likely that it is a monkey. I just think it's funnier that it's a rabbit. I think Simeon Saint has to be more involved with this case than he is currently. So I think the fact that he is the monkey guy is gonna lend some weight into it later on. So I think that he is going to end up being accused to a greater measure when we realize that the animal that killed Bronco Knight was actually a monkey, because it has to be something that came from the circus if it's not the dog. Is my thought process, because the circus can't just be like a throwaway thing. It has to be a circus for a reason, and it has to be a circus for a reason because it has to be an animal from the circus that was complicit in the murder. And who do we know who's complicit in crime? That's right, it's monkeys.
That's right.
See, I thought it was a circus just because it's animals.
Yeah, it is animals, but it's important that it's animals.
Because the whole prison is animals.
Even the people. God.
Fifi Lagarde moment.
So fucked.
I don't want to get on board with this.
It's a
Distancing myself.
It's a horrifying system. But yeah, like, I think there is more to the circus thing and more to Simeon with that. So I think that was, if it wasn't someone getting attacked by a rabbit, it was definitely someone getting attacked by a monkey.
Okay. After we leave the cell, we go back out into the corridor.
New character shows up.
There's another character shows up. We know this one.
We know this one. It's one we love to see.
It's Agent Lang.
It's Agent
Except
Lang.
Oh.
But
he's on his own. He doesn't have his
Lang.
legion of guys.
his goons. His 100 number 1 officers.
And he seems in kind of good spirits. Doesn't want to tell Edgeworth what's going on. It's like, I guess I'm a lone wolf now.
Ooh.
Does he actually give us anything?
No.
Not really. It's just
And
to
then
let
he
you know
leaves.
that he's there.
Just says hi. He's there and he misses us, I'm sure.
Aww.
He's literally the only the word I wrote was divorced.
Divorced.
His 100 ex-wives.
God, that's quite the polycule.
And that's it. That's all we see of him. And we're finally free to roam this corridor, which is like the first rendered environment you see in the entire case.
Like the bridge from
Well,
the
that's
last
not true.
game.
You see the visitor's room. Anyone have notes about this corridor? There's stuff here?
Mostly just
Oh,
like
I do.
comments.
No.
There's a banner up on the wall, a framed banner behind glass that says, "Your life, your choice."
Yeah, that's
Fucked.
Yeah, pretty
Really
fucked up
weird.
thing to have in a detention facility.
Oh, but this is the side where they're not necessarily guilty yet.
Yeah, but it's still for those people. It's like, hey, you're here for actions that are entirely within your control. every
Fucked up.
decision you ever made led
It's
you
all about
here,
the energy that you bring.
idiot.
The detention center, by the way, completely normal building. It's the
No
the prison
dungeon
the prison that's fucked up.
aesthetics.
It's the same building.
The mountainside they burrowed into stops exactly at the entrance of the prison.
Well, they have a
They built
big
normal
connecting
detention
corridor.
centre around it. Yeah, a tunnel into the mountain.
Yeah.
Where the dungeon is.
They do specify that the detention center is for holding people who haven't been tried by the courts yet, and then the prison is for people who have been tried and found guilty.
But they're all still part of the same building and facility.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird.
Very weird.
It's really bizarre. I went down such a Wikipedia rabbit hole around that. Like, does this ever happen? Because that seems weird and fucked up. And no.
I thought so.
Yeah, because I always thought the holding center was like at the police building.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to prison every time. Okay, there are two guards here. One says, I'm going to get in so much trouble because there's a uniform missing from my locker. And I, who have just seen a guard cap in some CCTV footage, I'm like, ah.
And we know that Knight didn't have his jacket on either.
Yeah, now this specifically Knight is wearing his clothes other than the jacket. He is very clearly not wearing a guard uniform.
I remember when I played this case, I had an immediate theory about the guard uniform, but I cannot remember what it was, unfortunately. Anyway, I think that whoever was disguised as the guard was the person who transported the body. That part seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Well.
Unless it is Fifi doing the moving of the body as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's so common in Ace Attorney cases that you simply don't meet the killer until the second half of the case.
It's true.
That I'm like, I don't know. I think they use the pulley and the tarp and the rope to get the body from somewhere. It's implied that the prison is underground,
Okay.
which means I thought they would have lifted it, like the body up over the wall or something from the yard. But maybe, I don't know.
They dug
But
a hole under it.
But the prison is underground because they say when the prisoners came back from the circus, they came downstairs.
Maybe the circus was in the sky.
Maybe the circus was in the sky.
Circus is in the sky.
Maybe the circus was on a big fucked up
The
planet.
circus is on a big
Which
fucking
then, yeah, I guess if the yard is on the roof, then they use the crane or something. And
Yeah.
Look,
The crane.
maybe they didn't use the pulley. Maybe they just used the tarp and rope. Who
I
knows?
think they probably used everything at their disposal.
But we haven't seen the yard yet, so I don't know because we are very close to where we stopped playing. We speak to the other guard, and the other guard says something that I don't write down.
Is this about the missing keys?
Oh, right, the keys. Yeah.
I forget why they're missing. I wrote down that the keys are missing. I don't know why.
No, this is something that gets revealed afterwards. You know what? I have it here.
Oh,
guard on
it's the
right.
knight knocks out one of the guards, but doesn't.
No, this comes up later.
Oh.
The guard on the right says, Edgeworth asks if you've seen a big dog wandering around recently, and the guard says, no way, I am very scared of that thing.
I'm scared
I'd
of
be
that
way
thing."
more nervous about guarding here. So the dog hasn't been spotted on the side of the doors.
Yeah. So the animal that killed Knight couldn't have been the dog. Oh, the animal who killed whoever it was in that security footage, I should say.
Or maybe the dog is just extremely stealthy, you could say.
Yeah, entirely possible. I mean, it was hiding from us
It's
in the dark.
not that it wasn't there, it's that they haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, because it can hide in the dark until it uses its glowing eyes.
Yeah. And glow in the dark, spectral bell.
Which is a bell for summoning ghosts.
Yeah. Who then did the murder.
Fuck yeah.
After speaking to these two guards, Fender shows back up. He has a tip he spoke to another guard. I believe this is where we, find out that Bronco hit a guard, knocked him out cold. He had to go to the hospital. Maybe potentially still unconscious 2 days later.
Yeah, he is, because that's why we can't
Jesus.
find out what actually happened.
Which is
Yeah.
wild.
Fucked up.
Kind of serious.
And they couldn't find the guard's keys.
Right, that's whether we're talking about the keys going missing.
Oh yeah, this is what my other thing
That's
is
not
they smuggled the keys into the prison in the chest set.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I also believe this is the case. Or at least use the keys to get into the prison via the
I
warden's
don't think the
office.
keys open like the big vault door in the prison. I think it's for...
No, but
yeah.
they might open the warden's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Eustace time.
Yeah.
Oh, baby boy.
Do you want to talk
He's so upset.
some more about the visual design of these two characters? I know we mentioned that Verity is like the Pope. Does anyone have additional? And we've mentioned that Eustace is a fancy boy.
Eustace is a fancy boy. He looks like a school kid.
Verity does a lot of. Does she bows as well? She has a kind of
Yeah.
half sincere, half condescending bow. Also,
I mean, her whole thing is
Really
like religious person. She's wearing like a black and red robe. Sorry to say, it is very booby in design.
yeah, yeah.
And she's wearing like this white and gold cloak over it. Also, her hair is like very busy.
Her hair is cool. I like her hair. She has like a braided corona. It's really neat.
Yeah, and also she has like a lightning bolt bit.
Yeah, I find like I could have done with one or the other of the hair. I find both a little bit jarring for my
Do you remember
taste.
who else had a lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That normal guy.
Was Damon Gadd.
Parallels.
Parallels.
She holds her gavel like a crucifix sometimes.
Yeah. She has a gavel that she can extend to so that she can hit it against the floor. Is that why she does that?
Something like that.
But when she extends it, she kind of holds it like a staff, like a holy magic user in an RPG might.
Yeah, but when she sheaths it, quote unquote, she's literally holding it like a crucifix.
Yeah. Eustace is a fancy boy. He's wearing like a blue suit. It looks kind of like a school uniform.
It is a school uniform. He's a baby.
And it has a big crest with the scales of justice on it, and there's another what do you call it? Like a pin sort of thing design on his neck, which has like some lines on it. I don't know what this represents at all, but maybe it's to sell the like school uniform effect. And then over that, he's wearing I don't think he's got his arms through it. He's got a blazer like draped over his shoulders that's red.
Really good.
Notably, is the first prosecutor we have ever seen, I think, wearing the prosecutor's badge.
He's so proud of it.
Oh, he's so proud of his badge.
You know who else was proud of their badge? Ambassador Alba. Parallels.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
God. Much to think about.
Yeah, and then he has this poofy hairstyle, which has he's got like a little question mark.
God, he's got like the smuggest, like ambient expression.
And then he sometimes makes this really surprised expression.
I love his
when
surprised
his hair
expression.
stands up.
That's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. Because like he's got this kind of like smug look when he's just being normal, but he looks about 8 years old when he's surprised.
Like he's just realized how the world works for the first time. It's amazing.
He does this other thing where like he makes a frame with his hands and like his mouth goes like extra wide and it looks like he's concentrating so hard and I just really enjoy like he has such smug animations and then just such baby boy animations as well.
It's
so good.
Almost immediately clear that he is not good at this.
Yeah. He keeps using the wrong words all the time. He kind of... What's it he says to Edgeworth? Like...
Okay, I've got the quote here. He says, the first time he sees you, he says, "Why are you hanging around here like a bad smell?" To which Fender is like, "Oh, he's hanging out with me now." And then he says, "Nonsense. You're all here just to cause trouble and turn my investigation into a fart."
Yeah.
To which Verity is like, "He means farce, of course."
And Edgeworth says, "I don't
many
know. It
times.
seemed pretty like an apt choice of
This
words."
happens constantly. It's really good. There's something about like we've had who am I thinking of? Oh my god, the podcast's favorite character, Winston Payne, who is this kind of pathetic, kind of confident, and then slowly just retreats into just like the most sniveling prosecutor you ever saw. There's something about like that about Eustace that is different. I think it's just the youth of it all, and like I don't know. Look, we've all been there. We've all been young once. We've all been 17 years old. I got so much time for this
17
kid.
years old.
Well, he's a
Admittedly, I didn't
golden
try and
boy.
send anyone to
He's
prison.
the best. He's an up and comer.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He's the best. He's Sebastian the best. You can't take that away from me.
I really like whenever Verity
I'm
needs to
fine.
get into
fine.
the conversation, he like hops out of frame.
Yeah, and stands behind her.
Yeah.
She is very, excuse me, he said no pickles.
Oh my god, you're so right.
They have some conversation about the legality of Edgeworth now being a assistant attorney.
It's
But it's all
fine.
cool because he's a volunteer.
Not getting paid.
Yeah, as long as he's not getting paid for it. And then Verity says, what does she say? She says something really unhinged.
Oh, so you all
She
work
says,
without reward.
You all work without
Yeah.
reward. The goddess would approve. Which is also really bizarre because we know that, like, well, it's heavily insinuated that prosecutors make stupid good money.
Yeah.
What is she talking about? What is she talking about?
You know,
This is
it's,
someone who's using their religion to justify anything they believe.
Mhm.
Just be very explicit about that.
and then you enter an argument with Eustace, a little testimony action.
Oh.
He is really bad at this.
Oh. Yeah, he fucks up immediately.
There's an achievement here in the Steam version
Yeah.
where he has 4 statements in his first testimony, and every time you correct him, he amends that statement. It is not actually often in this game when someone corrects a statement, it's like, oh, there's a little pop-up that says they've corrected it. But there isn't one here, which is very interesting.
It's because they're not
He just
actually like
changes it.
relevant to progressing the story. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, he's bad at talking and needed to get it wrong to get it right the next time.
Oh, I fucking relate so hard.
And so this is the evidence that they have for arresting Simeon is that Simeon's fingerprints were all over Bronco's chess set. Now, we know why that is already.
He was bringing that to him.
But if you haven't
Yeah,
investigated it up to now, this is the point where you are supposed to. And we found out something very normal.
So normal.
We find out that there are normal colored chess pieces in this world, black and white, as we in the not Eastern world know it to be. And that Edgeworth's chess set is custom made.
For normal reasons. Edgeworth's chess set, in case you don't remember, red and blue.
Oh dear.
So is the chess set on the plane his chess set?
Yeah, he said he took that chess set.
I see. I didn't
He
investigate it.
couldn't be away from his chess set for 24 hours.
That's so funny.
He just needs a little kiss so bad.
I think he needs something else. Several other things.
And so here we also find out that the chess set has a hidden compartment.
Well, where else are you going to put, the scoreboard?
Yeah, I guess.
Or the War Dogs piece.
Yeah, so true. So that doesn't look great for Simeon. But thankfully we realised that if there was a weapon in there, then it would have set off the metal detectors, right?
Yes. Except, where does this one
We
go?
don't- we
Tell us the
don't-
weapon is hidden in the prison.
We don't know, because, like, at first
Yeah.
we're like, oh, well, it couldn't have gotten through that because of the metal detectors, but then Eustace is like, I personally searched the whole prison, so,
Right.
like, you can use that against him when he's like, well, it must be still in the prison then. So at this point, we have
Yeah.
no idea what's going on.
What weapon and where? Is this where Edgeworth is like, look, I think it was the dog, and I have this videotape. And then Verity steps in and is like, I don't give a shit about your stupid idea.
So what has happened is that we were getting onto this, and then Verity steps in and like redirects Winner onto a different piece of evidence, and I don't remember what that was. But she is very clearly directing this conversation while sort of simultaneously using Eustace as a shield
Yeah.
and also a sword, I guess. She is just fully controlling this boy. Which is weird, right? Because a judge probably shouldn't be doing investigations.
No, really, definitely not.
Probably not.
It's kind of their job to be impartial.
I mean, you could also say that the prosecution and the defense shouldn't be doing the investigations directly, but that's a different kettle of
So
fish.
true. This universe.
We wouldn't have a game if that was the case, I'm
You
afraid.
could play as.
Maybe it should be only the judge doing the
Oh
investigation,
shit!
and then they can
Then
just
they
decide
wouldn't need to
right then and
to do
there.
the trial. Yeah,
Mm.
that would save so much trouble.
Because the investigation is where you find the truth.
Why
not in the
didn't we
courtroom, as
become Organization
realised.
13?
I'm neither
I
a
just don't think I'm
politician
that
nor a
ambitious, if I'm
prosecutor.
being honest.
Me, I could do it, and I
wanna
can be
sit in a
trusted with power.
spooky room.
That's okay, Hera. I don't think everyone in Organization 13 was that ambitious. Like the guy that played with cards,
The guy that eat ice
and the
cream.
guy that eat ice cream.
God, I want sea salt ice cream so bad.
It's
I've never
real,
had it
but you have to
before.
go to Disneyland for it, which is a crime.
Fuck. They've got to
That's
sell it somewhere
fucked
else.
up.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
We're so close to the end,
So
gang.
tired.
Eustace has some really good animations. He has like a little extendable points that we've mentioned, but he has an animation where when he's getting frustrated, he will like bend it in his hands and then it will flick up and hit him in the face.
And then he starts getting
And leave a
so
big
he
red
looks like
mark.
he's about to cry.
I think that's a separate detail in the sprite because he looks like he's about to cry like at the end of the testimony, and then he does that animation again while he's looking like he's about to cry.
Yeah. And it leaves a red mark on his face. It looks like it hurt bad.
It really looks
So
like it hurt, and he does it 3 times.
Boy, you gotta stop doing that.
And then Verity takes over and says, "Hey,
Okay.
Simeon worked for the circus. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You buffoon."
And then Edgeworth goes on this whole thing of like, I can't believe she laid a trap for me. She got me to ask about blah de blah, knowing that blah blah. And it's like, Edgeworth, you do this all the fucking time. Like, A, how have you fallen for it? And B, how are you acting like you've never heard of this tactic before?
Didn't expect a woman to be able to do it, did you?
You know what? That's so true. Then it kind of wraps up with us having a bit of a crisis of being like, wait, why didn't Simeon be honest to us and
Yeah.
our faces? Because we
What's the line the
thought he would
Verity
do
says?
that.
After being underestimated by Edgeworth, she says, a defense attorney is expected to develop something of a bond with their client. Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start. Get his ass.
Ice cold.
Fucking get his ass.
That guy's in the circus and he didn't tell us.
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Interesting. It's almost like,
He is not simply an ordinary pencil builder.
yeah, he's a monkey pusher.
That sounds weird.
It does. I
don't know
didn't
about
like
this.
saying it either.
And then do we
That's it.
stop
Edgeworth
there?
says, fuck, we have to restart the entire investigation, which I didn't know he was going to say when I'd already decided we were going to stop here, which is really funny.
Back to square one, I guess.
Yeah.
Boy, like that, we decided to cut this one off.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jay.
Fucking
Any
hell.
closing thoughts, predictions, etc. you want to hit?
I've already laid out my main ones, so no. I think monkey is possible.
I really don't know what is going on here because it certainly seems like
So there's the circus.
there's the circus. We don't know about that yet. I gotta ask my good friend Simeon about it. In the cell, the guy getting attacked is wearing a guard hat. It didn't seem super clear in the footage, but having known that there's a guard uniform missing, I'm certain of this now. And I just don't know why that's the case. Like, is it a guard?
Is it
Is it
someone getting
night?
attacked?
Yeah, like it could just be a play up for the footage, but surely they would have seen some other shit on the footage, right? But like there must have been more because unless
Unless.
there's another way into the cell.
Oh. No.
Because we only saw that wall on the left. But we didn't turn around. We don't know how to do that.
Not possible in this world.
So maybe there's another way into the cell, and that's how they got Knight out and also got Animal in.
Animal is.
But then the matter of the uniform is so weird, and it's not clear. Was Knight wearing the uniform to try and escape, or like have the keys, or is there something else at play here? We didn't mention, or at least I don't think we mentioned, but the chess player that Bodhidharma was playing against via correspondence was in fact Bronco Knight,
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Much to think about.
Could mean anything.
which seems kind of important. But was this chess notation to like relaying orders or something? I don't know. Was this some kind of coded message, or were they just playing a friendly little game?
Of war dogs.
And then the matter of how he got into the prison is also weird. Like, why don't you just leave him in the cell?
Well, no,
Well, we don't know. So I don't know the motive. I don't really know what the means was. What's the other M?
Opportunity.
It's only 2 M's.
Oh, it's MMO, like World of
I was
Warcraft.
thinking of another M.
It's like, mmm.
No,
Like
it's
method? We already got that.
it's MMO, like the tier game Final Fantasy 14.
Better pull on the second one. The second time that you made that joke.
I would have said Guild Wars too.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of MMOs. Anyway.
We have to get out of here.
Also, don't know, what the opportunity was. Because I'm not entirely clear if this murder even took place in that cell. Something happened. We know he has a small cut on his head, so maybe he just hit his head and bled a little bit.
It was a very precise stabbing
And then
with a very
they
fine
moved him
implement.
somewhere else and then killed him. And then moved him to the prison cell. It's weird. We're missing a lot of details on this
Monkey injected something into his brain that made his brain blow up, and then he got gored by another animal.
Oh, sorry, I was just so sleepy and spaced out, and then I just had brain blow up, and it just totally
Monkey-
got
monkey-
me out of nowhere.
Monkey made his
A-
brain
a
blow up,
small
attacked by a
animal
wild
attacked
boar,
him in his cell,
gored him in the throat.
Dragged him away, and then 40 animals descended on him
Whale landed on him.
and left a single wound.
Oh, gang.
All right.
This has been a long
Yeah.
one.
Does anyone else have anything?
Good night.
No. Good night, everyone.
Wait.
Wait, don't go.
I really like Eustace and Verity.
Yeah.
They're really fun.
Yeah.
Tag team of all time.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the rest of this case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm getting some
Whoopee!
subtle signals that my co-hosts want to get out of here.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Wait. No. I am. I'm sleepy as fuck. We've been recording for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it's a Friday, and I've been
Alright.
working like non-stop for the past 4 weeks.
Oh, God.
It's time.
All right.
It's time to. Is it? Can I drive safe in this state? Is it
Probably
even
not.
possible?
I think part of drive safe is don't drive when you're falling asleep.
Good night, everyone, and drive drunk.
Nope.
Nope. Do not do that. Ever.
Everybody go
Not
to bed.
okay. Everybody.
If
go
you're
lay your
listening to
head
this,
down
like
on
you
your
just
pillow,
you just
and
got
if it's
up.
warm, turn it over so it's nice.
just
and
got
If
up,
you
you-
just got up
well,
and you
You can't
you
have
just got up
because
and you
you've
listened
to a
to
3-hour podcast.
and now
it's
we're
time to
telling
go
you
to
to go
bed.
back to bed.
The sun is going down over Turnabout Breakdown.
Turn about sundown.
Oh,
And-
I love this sign off. It's so cute.
And all of the hosts
And
are going
all of
to
the
bed.
little lawyers are getting tucked into bed.
Say night night Road,
Night night.
night night Devon,
Night, night.
night night Jay,
Night night. Night
and
night,
night night
Hera.
Hera.
Eh.
Night, night, Hera. Oh my God, that's so cute. I can't cope.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.
I think we've circled back around into being the best people at ending podcasts of all time, actually.